We are here. We are live on YouTube. Adam, good to see you, my friend.
I can't believe that wasn't live, what we were just talking about. I just figured it was. I can't believe it.
It wasn't. No, I didn't want to be live when we were talking about that.
What people miss out on.
You know what people might be missing out on? I hope they're not. I just recorded a bonus episode this afternoon. So normally I don't do earlier shows on Wednesdays. But it's tough to get these people in the same room together at the same time. So I did just record a third episode of Weight Watchers. This is our very secret club that we have that you're only allowed to be in if you subscribe to the Dick Masterson or the Creep Off Patreon. Because Vinny, myself, Dick, Johnny, we all get together once a month. And we're trying to help some of the fatties out there lose some weight, trying to, for their health, trying to help them out a bit. So we had an explosive episode today. Seams were exploding. Things were blowing up. And we had John Breaks Bad News was on the show, as well as Taylor from PTA. So it was a good episode, and one people should check out if they can. I had a pretty hilarious cop cam. There was this influencer, this 550-pound influencer, went to the hospital and had a psychotic break, and they were trying to trespass her. And she claimed she couldn't walk, so they're wheeling her out in a wheelchair.
Trespass her from the hospital?
From the hospital. The hospital was like, we don't want her here. She's got to go. And she'd already been trespassed from a previous hospital. So, yeah, so the cops show up to get her out of there, and she just starts fighting with them. And then they take her down. And then the best part is...
They eventually take her down.
She's out in the parking lot, and she won't get up. She's just 550 pounds of dead weight. Yeah. So they literally they get out this tarp thing that they have, and like 4 cops have to roll her onto this tarp so they can pick her up. And she doesn't even fit in an ambulance. It's like a U-Haul. They have to like throw her into this fucking U-Haul to get her to jail.
And then the egg wash, and then the flour.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So that's worth checking out if you're subscribed to the Creep Off Patreon. We do a bonus show every week. This was our bonus show this week, an episode of Weight Watchers with Dick. All right. Before we get into the show, we got a lot of fun things to talk about. I want to thank the people who are supporting us. Supertip.gg/WATP. There's a couple that came in. When was I doing a show on here last? I guess maybe Friday night? Oh, no, maybe this was, who are these socials, actually? It was late entry. No, I had This Little Piggy. It must have been late entry to This Little Piggy. Rygod came in. Melton, that the signed hat, I threw it out. Fuck it. So that was not for us.
This guy's fucking drunk in that clip. Is it just me? Way, hello.
All right, now we're getting caught up. Anthony Zenhauser, I think he was trying to send this to Shuley on Point Dabble Point on Monday.
I'm a Pilsner guy. I take a beer and put some pills in her. Skull!
We were talking about how John went to that wedding. We were playing the clips, and he didn't like the beer there because they were only 10 ounces and they were Pilsners.
Good poor fella.
And that was the low-hanging fruit right there. Loves Pilsners. All right, now we're caught up. Let's see what's going on today's program.
Hello, and welcome to Tom Myers versus the rest of the world. How's everybody doing today? The first of the month is approaching, and millions of Americans won't get their food stamps because Donald Trump refuses to fund the SNAP program while the government is shut down. What a racist.
Forget about it. That was good stuff, Tom. I need an opener for my 6.3% North African and other tour. You interested?
You need a middler, Joe? I'm tired of headlining. I need to try something new. But first, I need to write my movie script, inspired by my favorite film and my favorite activity. It's called Coke Jaws.
Thanks for hiring me as set decorator, John.
Nice. That's a good team right there, I think. That might work out well.
I like that John delivery. It reminds me of everything else he's done in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Completely unnatural.
Also, that Tom voice sounded like it was literally from his podcast.
I thought it was.
And I thought at first, it's got the hiss and everything. It's Eli pointed out. And I thought at first maybe he was just copying his monologue verbatim, and he might have. I haven't listened to the most recent episode of Tom Myers versus the rest of the world.
It was uncomfortable. Possible. It was like when you have a dream and you feel like the person was there. It felt like.
Do you remember the rape last night? Oh, you don't. Okay. Phew. Another one coming in.
Have you seen Lucy's boobs? They're so fake, so close together. I hate them. I'm like, gross.
I know, right? Boobs are icky, and girls have cooties.
Yeah, that was one of the dumber things that John's ever said. Venom Tony 15.
While I do agree about Allison H. Carl, I gotta say Eliza Dushku is much hotter in my opinion. Faith from Buffy. Also, is Guy to be a DV Watt P fan and also a Buffy fan?
It's not Guy.
It's not Guy at all. Gay. We'll ask Megan later. She's the expert on that. Preacher Bill.
John, I am willing to help with your problems offline.
Sorry, Doc, I can't let a man who would help Lady K fix my anal fissures. Besides Ava, says she has a way she can treat them.
Oh, I don't want to know.
That sounds crazy. Steadfast Variable coming in.
Smile, Adam. At least look like you're going to have a good time, for fuck's sake. It's not that hard to set second mic for a show that can't even get it up.
You're the guy who can't get your own mic up.
You're not actually talking to Karmic.
No, hold on. Hold on.
And furthermore,
listen here, asshole. Diana's Clans. Did Christine Big J Okerson follow up with Ron the Waiter? Did we ever find out what she wanted? What happened with that? Hashtag Team Busch for life. Hashtag Blind Mike rules.
He does.
Do we know anything about that, Adam? No update.
I don't think so. Remember, they wanted to talk to him, and he had something to say about it, and then Opie never let him really give the details, and they moved on.
Yeah, it's so weird. You'd think that would be something worth talking about.
Something so interesting, they're still talking about it, so he won't cover it.
Diana Sclans again says, Fez's estate is auctioning off Fez and autographed Fez gay shirt on eBay. Did anyone bid to own a piece of radio history? I heard from my buddy Rocco on the Bedabbler show that they were auctioning off Fez merch. That's kind of, or Fez possessions, not even Fez merch, I think. That's kind of weird, right?
I think it's going to end up on Tuki's head really soon.
Yeah, I would imagine Tuki's going to have a lot of that stuff. Tony Soprano, go Blue Jackets. Diz 5, I'm convinced Stuttering John ran away due to revenge porn. Run away. My favorite was when I was on MLC with John's big return to the internet a couple of years ago. And Kevin invited me on, and John's on for $3,000. He'd been gone for 8 months. And I come on, and I sit there, and I debate with John for over an hour. And then I go, okay, I got to go to do the Drew and Mike show now, because that's what I'm scheduled to do that. And John immediately was like, oh, run away, pussy. It's like, all right. I think I've been here long enough, sir. Hellraiser69 was watching your segment on the Drew Lane show today. I don't know if you noticed, but Bill Burr is starting to sound exactly like Opie. The cadence, the nervous laughter, it's uncanny. Yeah, we didn't really point that out, but Drew was having a real hard time with the way that Bill Burr is like chuckling like it's his own inside joke to himself.
Very similar.
It's like, dude, you don't find that funny. No. And just fucking tell us your Mark Maron roast jokes already. What are you waiting for, Bill?
If I could.
Hey, why you hold back, man? It's your podcast.
I can't.
No one's stopping you. Just go ahead and do it. It'd be great.
Giggling just thinking about him.
I know. It's going to be so funny, though. When you do hear him, though, you guys are going to be like, whoa. You're going to think that blood money is actually a really great thing to take. Tucktown Chuck. He scatters when the lights come on, just like his roommates. That might be true. All right. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a big show. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I think we should get right into it.
I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is we just do it kind of show.
You see, I always try and help people, because what else are we here for?
I speak retard.
Episode
670. Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm
the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Mattio! Cuz-a-roo.
Slapperoonie.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, Rubber Dicks and Cuzzaroos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcasts, the only show that's never going to give you up, never going to let you down. I'm your host, Carl, the $850,000 man. Of course, with me every Wednesday, the ghost of Ron the Waiter's past. It's Adam Busch.
Never going to run around and desert you.
Producer Chris is here as well.
Hi, guys.
Please go to whoarethese.com. That's where you get our email address, the voicemail number, the link to our subreddit, the link to our Discord server, the link to our merchandise, the link to our YouTube channel, our P.O. Box address, where you can send us cool gifts and drugs and hot sauce and stuff. Also, that link to Patreon and Supercast, featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every single month. You can also sign up right here on this YouTube channel, become a member on here, and you'll get the bonus shows, as well as links to the shows that we do every Saturday. We just did a show Saturday. Trucker Andy was over, celebrating Jocktober.
Yeah.
With Mojo in the morning. Some other various radio programs. Guys, you can also go over to fightthedabbler.com. We do appreciate that if you want to stick it to Stuttering John in this frivolous lawsuit. And he is not happy. Every dime that goes in there, it helps support Shuli and me a ton. And it's really, I've been blown away and overwhelmed by how generous everyone's been. So thank you very much for that. But also, just as a secondary point, it pisses John off to no end, which is so fun. Anytime someone posts in his chat the dollar amount that it's up to.
Whatever reason you want to donate for.
Yeah, well, either way, if you just want to piss off John, that's great because he really thinks he's entitled to that money.
And then it makes him sad, so it's like a twofer.
He's so bummed out about that.
And you can write any name you want. It doesn't have to be yours. You can make it from anyone.
That's true. Also,
could be Tim Dransky.
We encourage our listeners to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you review podcasts, then shit over us in the comment section. Today, we'll be watching Aaron Imholte brag about how awesome his time in jail was. Yay. Opie is finally realizing his best days are behind him, and like Stuttering John, he's just solely living in the past now. Stuttering John says some awful things about his own daughter. Pretty wild. Stephanie Miller had Heather McDonald on her show, and Stuttering John completely sabotages the interview. Also, Megan will be here with another round of Is It Gay? We got your reviews, your voicemails. But first, is everyone over this Keanu versus Missy thing? I feel like it's a slow news week in the Dabbleverse because I've seen 12 shows dedicated to talking about Keanu versus Missy. I was on one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not immune from this, but it's pretty crazy how much is going on with or just how much chatter there is about this feud these two are having.
You are a central figure in this drama.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Well, Missy came on Point Dabble Point. Of course, it was on Shuli's channel, but that's a show that I host with Shuli. And they really, we cut it up and we watched the entire segment of Keanu talking about the text message he received and then coming back after the tech issue and crying with John. And since then, Keanu's had Ava on the show to read way more text messages from Missy B. Every text message she could possibly read.
Wow.
She was reading there, which is a good defense when you're just like, I only read that one text message. Now I'm going to read them all. Got him. So I'm going to admit something right now. For the first time in quite some time, I texted Keanu this morning. Do you want to know what I wrote?
She sent it to me. I read it already.
Oh, do you want to know what I wrote? I'll tell you guys what I wrote to her. I wrote, my band, The Isotopes, are in Buffalo this Saturday, the 1st, at the Flying Bison from 4 to 7 p. Is she going to read that on her show? Is she going to read that private text message on her show? She better. Let's get some people out there. The Flying Bison, 4 to 7, no cover charge. November 1st, this Saturday. Come see producer Chris and Mize band in Mize.
Yeah, sure.
The band producer Chris and I are in, The Isotopes, will be performing in downtown Buffalo at a place that might be closing soon.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Not really sure.
Way to sell it.
I went on their Facebook page. because there's all this news about the ownership is converting it into a place that's going to like make THC beverages.
Right.
And so I went on the Facebook page to try to find information about our show. And there's like a big thing right there. It just says, we're not closing down.
Oh.
Which is opposite of what we talked about last night. So I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there.
No. And we'll see you there.
In podcasting news, I sent Erock sent this over to me. Mr. Ballin, his podcast is moving over to SiriusXM. The Mr. Ballin podcast, Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, has signed a multi-year deal with SiriusXM after working with Wondery for 3 years. So are you familiar with this show? You ever heard of this, Adam?
No.
I never heard of it either. True crime podcaster John Allen is moving to SiriusXM. It's a multi-year agreement. They don't mention what the dollar amount is, but his YouTube channel has 10.5 million subscribers. Are Vinny and I the only guys who can't pull off a true crime show that's popular?
It appears that way.
It really does.
It's because yours is for men.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. So I guess he started the show in 2020. And what was interesting about this article is that it says, okay, the deal comes after SiriusXM also made major deals for top charting podcasts, including Smartless, Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy, and other popular true crime podcasts, including Crime Junkie, Dateline NBC, and Rotten Mango. With Mr. Ballin, SiriusXM now has deals with 9 of the top 20 podcasts, according to Edison Research. That's pretty crazy right there. So their strategy is obviously they're getting out of the Howard Stern business. The reason why I bring this up is because SiriusXM, I don't know what their long-term business model is. It seems to be right now, well, we'll continue to give people free trials so that they're listening to it in the car. So they get it for 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is. And we'll sell advertising against whatever that subscription number is so they can go to advertisers. I was talking about this with Monique. We should try to get a media kit from them. I bet we could get a sales rep to send us over their media kit to see what they're saying their numbers are. And I mean, if we want to advertise on Howard Stern, what's the reach there? Because if you listen to the Howard Stern ad reads these days, it's some pretty small advertising. It feels like you're watching Rumble when you hear the ads that Howard's
Pavel
reading.
ice cream cakes.
Way to date yourself.
Get your dad a tie cake.
So it's apparent to me that the business model now is to acquire all these podcasts with big viewership and sell advertising against it, which I'm sure that's viable. I don't know if that's like a long-term strategy because it's the way you monetize things going back through the history of radio. Mm-hmm. Things are kind of changing now on more subscription models and things like that. But 9 of the top 20 podcasts, big if true.
I've heard of all of those other podcasts, just not Ballin.
Yeah, I mean, we're not the target audience for that. But radio is dying, is dead.
Gotcha.
SiriusXM is trying to hold on. They spent a lot of money to put satellite dishes up in the sky, and they got to figure out some type of business model to keep the money coming in. You know who really wishes he was back on the radio? In fact, he talks about it all the time. Is our buddy Aaron Imholte over at StutJo.
Please, guys, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Venmo. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we don't deserve it.
So Aaron Imholte spent a week in jail. It was less time than he thought it was going to be. He checked in around 11:30 on Friday and was let go at 5 a.m. the next Friday. So it was less than a week. And he was expected to be there through Sunday. He came out, had the whole weekend, got to really think about how he wanted to present his time in jail, how he wanted to communicate that to the audience, knowing what people were going to show up to find out, like, wow, what happened there? What did you learn? What's new with that? And I knew, because I was making predictions, I think both on This Little Piggy and in our text thread that I have with those guys, I knew that he was going to spin this where he made a lot of friends. He had a lot of fun. He had time to reflect on what's really important in life. And he's glad he had the time to do that. And he's a better person now for having spent the time in jail. And I knew it was going to get braggadocious. Oh. But I did not think it was going to get this braggadocious right at the beginning, right at the top of the show.
They say that when you go on the inside that you're supposed to learn something, from the. I learned a lot.
What did you learn?
One thing I learned, I can still ball. I can still ball. Hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah, when you play against a bunch of guys that are in there for DWIs, you might move a little.
I was the only white guy on the court, my man. I was also about 4 or 5 inches taller than everyone. That helped.
All right, Larry Bird.
Oh, that's what they called me.
They called you Larry Bird?
So we're doing warm-ups, and all these guys are trying to dunk and shit, and they're shooting threes, and they're like working on their crossovers and.
Hold on a second. Let's analyze this real quick. He was 4 or 5 inches taller than everyone. Was he in a woman's prison? So I don't know how that works. He's 6'1", I think. But then these guys are trying to dunk. These guys who are all 5'7", 5'6", all trying to dunk the basketball.
Maybe they had a ladder, Globetrotter style.
Yeah, maybe.
Dunking shit, and they're shooting threes, and they're like working on their crossovers and stuff. I just go in right-handed dribble, left-handed little layup, and they go, "Oh shit, that's Larry Bird."
Even what he described does not sound impressive. It's right-handed dribble, left-handed layup. Whoa, you're our captain. You're the star. It's like that Simpsons episode where Bart joins the Canadian basketball team. Like, whoa, you almost made that one in. They're all impressed. So apparently, Aaron was a very good basketball player, and you know that because he was the only white person on the court, so they must have been good. The black scent came out hot, came out early, came out often on this episode. You can tell he doesn't spend a lot of time around black people because as soon as he gets out of jail, he's just like, and they'd be like, "Yo, man," and I'd be like, "What?" Okay, cool. Is that how you guys communicate on the other side? The other cool thing that Aaron had was this tablet. Now, because he was able to put some money in his canteen fund, he was able to purchase some entertainment for himself. And he was very excited to watch some movies.
But I had an unlimited movie package for like $20, I think, and I finally watched The Big Short. I was very excited about that.
The Big Short.
I love that movie. I bought it on Amazon Prime as soon as I got home. Love The Big Short. I watched a bunch of Marvel movies. I hadn't seen Ant-Man Quantumania.
That's totally how you want to watch a Marvel movie, is on your little jail tablet with your earbuds in.
How it's meant to be seen.
And your little black friends.
Yeah. So already, Aaron had a blast. Like, this sounds like a pretty fun vacation.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got away from the kids. I can finally catch up on Marvel movies and just have some time to myself. I watched this one movie, The Big Short. I liked it so much, I went and purchased a physical copy of it to remember my amazing time in jail. Wanted to have a souvenir. The other thing that Aaron does, he assumes his audience is dumb, and he's probably right about that. But whenever he learns something, he explains it to everyone he's talking to as if there's no way they could possibly know that. It's like, gather around. Let me explain something to you. I learned something new about how the world works, and in this case, how mass media works.
So I was reading the paper every day, and I'm like, holy shit, I get a lot more information reading the paper than going on all these internet sites, because the internet sites are all people's opinion and clickbait and all that, whereas these newspaper articles are just full of information.
I guess it depends on which website you go to, because what happens is those articles you're reading in that newspaper get posted on the website too. So if you went to the newspaper's website, you would also read that same information. In fact, I know this because I used to work at a newspaper. They can put more information on the website because there's no limit to the space needed.
Why can't they update the newspaper?
So no. The newspaper is just what it is, and then it's done with. But they can get more information. They can have additional quotes and things. And they can post that on the website, and you can get even more information. But in Aaron's mind, and Aaron's always a medium guy. He thinks that radio audiences are different than internet people. He thinks that you get more information out of a newspaper than you get from the internet or a website. It's like, no. I mean, none of this is true.
I don't think he cares about being wrong. He just wants to lord something over someone.
So maybe he's just like, oh shit, all we have is newspapers to read. actually, newspapers are far superior to the internet. Right. He has to always show that, like, it's a win. It's another win for him. These newspapers are fantastic. It's great.
Also, I think Aaron is finding that when he's free from all of the addictions that he has all day long and the obsessive, compulsive, paranoid delusions, he can actually focus on something that he's doing. When he doesn't have his phone, when he doesn't have WikiLeaks, wherever he's going every week, like, he can actually engage, read, take in what he's reading and process it. Like, have a day, do an activity.
Oh, and then he lectures us about it. This is what's crazy about this is just what you're talking about here. Aaron has figured out what's wrong with society.
One thing I will say, being in jail, is that we need to get rid of phones. We need to get rid of instant access to the internet. It's such a better life. I will say something. Being away from my phone, I know I have the tablet device for movies and shit. That's not really a phone. It's like a jitterbug. I mean, it's a flip phone. It's not a flip phone, but it's kind of that.
It's great for watching Marvel movies, right? But yeah, it's not really. What's he talking about?
Function.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of those phones, man. You're like, the way people communicated in jail versus the way people communicate online, they are far more well-behaved in jail.
Hey, Aaron, tell us that you let everything on the internet get to you without telling us that you let everything on the internet get to you. That is a prime example. And this man said under oath that his feelings get hurt from people who pick on him. And now he's on this show going, people, when they talk to you to your face, are way nicer than when they're on a subreddit somewhere in your comments thread. It's amazing. We got to get rid of phones altogether. That's why people are mean, because they have phones.
This is the exact monologue that John gave after he left his phone at Kate Meany's and didn't have it for 12 hours. This was his exact take. I talked to someone on the train for the first time. We looked each other in the eye. I'll never forget Purdue.
And he says it like it's such a profound statement. Like he's so blown away by this. He's just like, guys, I think I figured out life. We should actually have human interactions again.
And he completely changed his life from that moment on.
Yeah, let's just sit down and have human interactions again.
Yeah.
It is funny because he has this new rule where he'll look at his phone to get caught up on phone calls and text messages, but then he's not allowed to look at it again for another 3 hours. This is a rule that he's created for himself. So it's changed his life. It's so much better now. The problem is, it's really hard to refresh Venmo and Streamlabs if you don't have that phone in front of you. So I think he's going to break. I think it's going to break. I don't think it's going to last very long. It's going to be hard for him not to stare at people giving him money. That's the kind of communication he likes.
Yeah.
Money came in. Can't do that in jail. Now, obviously, he made a lot of friends on the basketball court, calling him Larry Bird, high-fiving him. He's showing them how to dribble correctly. Don't use both hands, just this one. Just your dominant hand, that's all you need. But he also, what's great about this experience, this amazing vacation he had away from the kids, away from the hustle and bustle, playing games, watching movies, but the correction officers there, they couldn't have been cooler guys. He was just having a blast with the employees.
One guy is there. We're both standing at the desk where the CO is. Mm-hmm. And the COs are great. Like, they bullshit with everybody. They're fun. I liked all those guys. One of them was really wanted to talk to me about, like, small town Minnesota while I was playing solitaire. And, like, I was trying to give him the golf vibe, but he's in charge. So I didn't, I was just, like, nice.
So these guys are so cool. They're all busting balls. They're all friendly. The one guy's a little too friendly. Like, I'm just trying to play solitaire here, dude. Come on. Leave me alone. I'm trying to play solitaire. That's the dumbest thing you could possibly say. Something that literally is just to pass the time. It's mind-numbingly boring. And you're like, dude, this guy's trying to talk to me when I'm playing solitaire. I'm like, kind of in the middle of something here, buddy.
Just trying to focus. God.
Right. So stupid.
Even in all situations, he paints himself as an equal. They're all equal. And he chose to be nice to him as if he had a choice in the matter.
Oh, yeah. We're going to hear in these clips, we're going to hear how Aaron feels about himself versus the other inmates. You would think that he was like an undercover boss situation thing.
He's Jane Goodall.
Yeah, he's Jane Goodall. But you would think that he's like the CEO pretending to work the Fry-Later for a day. The way that he talks about this shit.
Yeah, the secret shopper.
He's a secret shopper out here. So he's talking to this black guy. And the black guy decides he's going to give Aaron a choice of what his nickname is going to be. And he gives them 2 different choices for Aaron to pick from.
And so everybody's in there, and the guy goes, yo, what would you rather be called? Dwight? And I'm like, oh, I'm like, here. They thought, by the way, they were brilliant for the Dwight thing. I'm like, that is great, but like for 20 years, I've been getting Dwight. You know, or radio. And I go,
radio's not bad.
Well, I asked him, I go, why radio? Like, I asked him, I'm like, the retarded Cuba Gooding Jr. He goes, no, because CO said, like, you got a radio show. So, like, there were, like, 4 employees during my time there that were StutJo viewers, followers, listeners, whatever you want to call it. And they would advertise it. At least 3 out of the 4.
They'd give you extra mashed potatoes.
They'd promote, you know?
You got to remember, this is a celebrity going in there. So it's kind of a big deal. So a lot of like whispering and, oh, is that him? I think that might be him. Holy shit, is that actually him? Is that the toe? That's the toe? What? And so the CO tells one of the inmates here, who I believe is black based on the black scent that Aaron was giving him. So I'm just guessing at that, actually. What you want your nickname to be, boy? I believe is what Aaron just said. I'm just paraphrasing. I love that he goes, yeah, the guy told me you're on the radio. Yeah, well, that guy cooks in a restaurant. Like, what's his nickname? Like, I like that only Aaron's profession or past profession carries any weight in this establishment. Like, whoa, radio show boy. Well, then your name is Radio.
We're going to call you Revenge Porn.
That would be more appropriate. How about Cuck? Yeah, because if any of these people were actually fans of the show and listened to it, they would know a lot more about this asshole's life.
Yeah, they wouldn't be whispering.
Right. Be kind of fun.
And if he was an actual celebrity, he wouldn't be in the Gen Pop like that. They would have him isolated. Yeah. And if he had even the slightest bit of notoriety, the CO certainly would not be telling the other inmates in the hopes to, like, stir some trouble. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
He's lying.
Yeah.
He wasn't given the choice of being called Radio. And I love that
that's
Johnny
how nicknames
Crunch.
work. We give you a choice.
Yeah.
It's important here in prison that you choose.
Do you want to be Big Dick Carl or
Cum Eater?
Yeah.
Can I think about it for a while? Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, just get back to us.
Do you want to be that dork on that sitcom, or do you want to be called Radio? Oh, let me think about that.
Yeah.
And I loved how the guy didn't want the nickname to offend him. No, of course it wasn't from that movie. No. Of course these nicknames are to enlift and to make you feel better. They're not to put you down.
So stupid. So there's at least 4 people who worked at the jail who are big StutJo.
Of course.
Fans.
Can't believe it's only 4.
Yeah, I know. And it's pretty impressive, though, that he just gets recognized everywhere he goes. In fact, even a guy who's in there just fixing the toilet recognizes the toe.
And as I'm walking up the stairs to go back to my cell for something, the employee fixing the toilet, who had been sent in to repair it, makes eye contact with me. And in my head, I'm going, no, don't. And he looks at me, he goes, hey, man, love the show. I'm like, oh. I'm walking up to my jail cell, and the technician fixing the shitter is like, hey, man, love your show. I'm like, we can do this at the grocery store. I'd rather we didn't do this.
How embarrassing for you, Aaron, getting recognized. You must have hated that.
Oh, that didn't happen. Johnny doesn't seem surprised at all because he doesn't believe a word.
No, it's just so stupid. Where Aaron's, oh, no, you recognize me from my really popular internet show?
You want me to sign your toilet?
He's about to prove you wrong when he shows you the clips of all of the COs in the chat reaching out to him saying, hey, remember me from...
Yeah. I'm sure they're all excited to get on there and be like, oh, he's back on the show, guys.
Yeah. Wish you didn't have to go.
We miss you. Here's a $20 Rumble rant. We miss you.
There's not a single one. The only thing I can imagine is that they're like, yo, that sex offender thinks he's famous. Let's fuck with him.
Yes.
Hey, I know you from the radio. Let's call you Radio, you fucking pervert.
Aaron's the worst actor on here. He's acting like he hates that people are recognizing him. And he's a big deal. He's really popular. And, even Johnny Crutches is picking up on like, yeah, man, that must have been pretty fucking cool high-fiving all of the guards all weekend. It could have been even cooler, though.
I would have loved it more if he'd been like, hey, dude, another win for the toe. And then just kind of left it there.
So then one of the ladies running Indoor Rec said, oh, my God, it's you. You're the StutJo guy. And I said, yep. So then everyone's around there hears it, and they're like, you get all these convicts now going, yo, man, you got to put me on your show. Or, yo, man, you know what you got to do? Go on your show, talk about how corrupt.
All of these convicts. Aaron's in the exact same place as these people. Yeah. These are all the same person. And he's like, well, the black people obviously are the convicts. I'm just a white guy in there for a misunderstanding.
He thinks it's like Good Morning Vietnam or something. That he's, like Jane Goodall, like you said.
Yeah.
He just referred to the guards as one of the ladies.
Yeah.
They're guards. They're not one of the gals. That's not how you referred to them back then.
I called her sweet tits when I was on the other side, but now I'll be polite.
They're all equals, or he's above them, or it doesn't happen.
Yep.
Here's it, and they're like, you get all these convicts now going, yo, man, you got to put me on your show. Or, yo, man, you know what you got to do? Go on your show, talk about how corrupt this person in Stearns County is and how they me over. And I'm like, guys, I'm trying to behave myself. I'm trying to, straight and narrow the whole thing. And he's like, yo, can I come on your show? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I like you, but I'm doing my show from my house.
That's very telling right there. He's like, I don't want my black friend to know where I live. What if he had my address? That'd be scary as fuck. So no, thank you.
Are you offering me a journalistic chance to uncover corruption in the prison system where I live? I got some solitaire to play. Excuse me.
Dude, not since King Ed Rock declared all the girls in class know that I'm the cool rocker have I seen someone be so popular amongst a group of people. The way he's
guys,
one at a time, one at a time.
You, sir.
I love that Johnny goes, it'd be cooler if he said another one for the toe. Yeah, but they don't actually watch the show, so they wouldn't know anything like that. No one would actually know what's going on with this show or would say anything. Because that's the one thing he doesn't say is someone made a reference to something that happens on his show, or tell Johnny Crutchins I said yo or something.
And if they really were listening, he wouldn't be saying this.
No. But this is incredible that he's sitting there going, everyone's gathered around like, whoa, this is the toe? Can I come on your show? And like he's got all of these opportunities. He's just like, I have enough guests lined up for a while, guys. Meanwhile, he's begging Karmic to come on. I think he wanted Granny to come out at one point. Johnny actually is on. So I'm just saying, like, it might be okay to book some of these people, make it interesting. Now, I knew this was going to happen. I predicted this. I knew that he would make fast friends. But what I didn't know is that Aaron would be hanging out with the coolest fucking people ever in county jail in Stearns County, Minnesota.
That's the thing. All those guys in there are funny. Like, they're all great to hang out with. They're all hilarious. And it's like, looking back on it, it makes me a little sad because I'm like, these guys could have been, and still can be, a lot of them are young, can be anything. Like, they're engaging, they're charismatic, they're funny, they're friendly, they're fun guys to hang out with.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Where Aaron is putting himself in a different place than everyone else, even though he's literally in the exact same place.
Yeah, he sounds like a counselor.
Yeah. He's just like, I think some of these guys might figure it out someday. I hope they do. I hope
got real potential.
I hope
just
some of these
turn
guys
their lives around.
They just got to turn it around and they'll figure it out. Aaron, okay, you just served 7 days when you were given a 15-day sentence, and you're on probation that has 349 more days looming over your head. So if you fuck up again, you can be right back there. And he's sitting there going, yeah, the crazy thing is some of these people that I was in there with aren't even the worst scum of the earth. You can't even believe it. Some of them had a good sense of humor, were good conversationalists. You don't say. People are people.
Hope the judge is watching this saying, he really likes jail.
Well, Aaron, you're not allowed to leave the state. So if you want to go on vacation, we got a bed for you. We got a place. We got the tablet all loaded up with all your favorite movies.
He thinks they're all like so flattered to hear that the convicted sex offender for revenge porn thinks they're all right.
Yeah. It's crazy how the way he's reporting back to us is as if we needed someone to go on the inside and let us know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this for us, Aaron.
Yeah, he took a bullet for the team.
This is similar to like Schizo Sean going to, let's say, Stoney's for the 11th anniversary so he can report back to us on what's going on in this place. We're all like, wait, Gino said, what about who? But actually, no, it's not like that at all, because Schizo Sean did that because it was funny and fun, and he did that because he wanted to, not because anyone made him do it.
It was an option available.
Yeah, the police didn't show up at Schizo Sean's house and say, all right, you're coming with us. It's time. Oh, right.
You got me.
I guess I'll go. But no, I knew that Aaron would have a blast because he always does. And that's what gets all of us seething. Like, we all wanted to see, according to Aaron, we all wanted to see Aaron show up on Monday and be like, guys, that kicked my ass. I can't believe I had to go through that. I learned my lesson. I'm going to change my life. You know, that's what we were all rooting for, right? But instead, he sticks it to us because he comes on and talks about what an amazing time he had in jail.
But, you know, they're all very friendly. They're all really funny. We had a great time. You know, my role is like a facilitator of shit to do. Kind of work.
I got to pause that. We had a great time. I want to ask any other person that spent a week with him in jail, be like, how was your time in there? Or would you list it as excellent, great, good, fair?
Would you recommend it to your friends?
Yeah.
Needs improvement.
What the fuck? What an idiot.
You know, my role is like a facilitator of shit to do. Kind of worked out really well in there because guys didn't really do much. You know, they'd hang out in the day room or even at indoor rec. They didn't do a lot. And then when I got in there, you know, I'd be like, hey, who wants to play cribbage? And I taught a couple people how to play cribbage. So I was sick of cribbage by the time I was done, but I had people to play with. When we would be shooting around, I'd be like, hey, guys, let's start a game of 21. Or, oh, you and I versus these two guys and this and that. Like, You've hung out with me before. Like, I can't sit still. And I'm like, let's go play some bags or let's go do this or let's go. And that was a lot. Like, that was an appreciated role in there.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
They should really allow him to volunteer his time to teach these guys how to have fun some more. You know?
No one was doing that shit before he showed up.
No one was having any fun. And Aaron goes, all right, guys, gather around. Let's go. Come on in.
Put that Bible down.
Huddle up. Let's talk about this. We're going to have some fucking fun while we're here, assholes.
And that's when he got his ass kicked.
Is he insane?
Yes. Yes.
He's a crazy person, right?
Totally.
We had a great time, and it was because of me. That was the reason why everyone had a great time.
My role.
And he even has to go to Johnny, which is so pathetic. Dude, you know how I'm like fucking the life of the party? Everyone loves hanging around with me. Yeah, Aaron, I sure do. Wow. Didn't stop in jail, I can tell you that. But it couldn't have all been great, right? I would imagine, like, there's negative connotation when you think of the word jail and even, like, terms like locked up. You know, it sounds like there'd be things that would be on the negative side. I'm sure 98% of it is fucking a blast. Yeah. But there's got to be some things that aren't great. Do you want to hear what the worst part was?
Of course.
The worst part was the being locked down in your cell. Like, as odd as it sounds, being away from people was the worst part.
No shit, Sherlock! No shit! No shit, Sherlock!
He's retarded. You know that part where I didn't have any freedom and couldn't do anything that I wanted to do? That kind of sucked. Yeah. That's why it's a deterrent. That's the whole point.
He really is insane.
Yeah, he's so cold, I think it didn't even occur to him that he would miss them. You pointed out something so great on the Drew Lane show that I think it was Drew that did that when his girlfriend was crying, dropping him off.
Yes.
It never occurred to him that it wasn't for him because she's going to miss him. It was her going, look at my life where I'm dropping my boyfriend off at, like, what have I come to? And he has no sense of that. I don't think he even occurred to him he was going to miss them. He's genuinely surprised. You know, this is going to come as a shock to you, but it's the locked doors and the missing of the family. No, that is not a shock. That is the most predictable part of this.
Yeah, that's the reason why people don't break the law actively and try not to get caught when they do.
He sounds genuinely surprised, which makes me really think that he's...
Is he that dumb?
Not sane.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, that's possible.
Guys, did you know you locked the door? Guys.
Kind of claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Help me out, guys.
He did it earlier at the start of this when you mentioned that he was in his car thinking about how he was going to explain his time in prison. I was just certain you were going to say to his kids, not to the audience. He made that weird choice to not tell them. And I can't judge anybody's parenting, but that's... So you're just allowing them to find out on their own. That's what you're saying. They're going to find out on the internet when they search their own name. That's how you want it to happen?
Dad, did you go to jail in 2025?
I thought you were a
yeah,
grandma.
and it was a blast. Do you want to hear about it? Stalin 19 put together a whole package for you. You can check it out.
That's who's going to tell him. It's going to be Stalin 19 breaking the news to the little Imholtes.
Fucking crazy. So one of the things that Aaron was really pushing for before he served his time in jail, he really wanted to do weekends. And so it was 8 days he had to do. He wanted to do 4 2-day weekends and continue to do his show and not have to miss his show. In fact, when that was denied, that's when all of a sudden Aaron got very upset with the judge and the prosecutor, started saying they were corrupt and that they were only doing this to him because he has different political views and they didn't like him since his time on the radio and things that he used to say. And I believe he threatened there'd be litigation and actions being taken here because he couldn't fucking believe that when his lawyer requested he do weekends, it was denied. And then this happens.
I will say this. You know how I said I was 50-50 on whether I wanted to serve it all at once versus weekends?
Yeah.
Like they both had their benefit. I am so glad I did it this way. Because like I would have just gotten out this morning at like 4:30. For this would have been my second weekend. And then I'd be looking at going back again this coming weekend. Ugh.
Right.
And then the next one.
No shit, Sherlock! No shit! No shit, Sherlock!
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it was so fucking fun, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I know. Which is it? Which is it? Were you dreading it? Would you be dreading having to go back again? Or would you be like, sweet, I haven't played basketball in a few days. It's going to be fun.
Also, again, made it sound like it was his option.
Yep.
Right. I'm so glad
That I did it this way.
Yeah. It's like, no, you were forced to.
Yeah.
You didn't have the choice on that.
And also like he had no way to figure that out. If only somebody had told him. All of his enemies told him over and over again.
Everyone told him. Even his attorney told him. Like, no, Aaron, just get it over with. Just serve the time. Get it all done. I didn't even pull the clip, but he talks about the intake process and what a pain in the ass that was. He's sitting around for 8 hours reading a Bible before they even bring him in. And then when they do, they got to do all the body checking and all the shit. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I would have had to do that 4 different times if I hadn't just gone through the whole shot. I was like, yeah, that's what everyone was telling you. You dumb idiot.
There's an entire other show devoted to just telling you this stuff. You should check it out every once in a while.
You should. And when I give you $100 to promote it, feel free to read the name. It's This Little Piggy. Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, speaking of reading the Bible, that's one of the things that Aaron was doing. Because remember, when Aaron, and we didn't get to see this, but we heard reports of it, when Aaron went in and got his sentencing, he told the judge and the prosecutor that he had found God and is a deeply religious man now, and having Jesus in his life has changed the way he acts and how he thinks. And so he was looking for them to maybe be lenient because of his newfound love of Jesus Christ. And so as soon as he got into there, he couldn't wait to grab a Bible and start reading.
Look, if you're a fan of the show, you're not going to care. But if you don't like me, you're going to hate this part. I went and by the way, which is on you, I went and grabbed a Bible and I just started reading the Gospels, starting at Matthew.
Okay.
And I'm like, this will kill some time. Bible, I don't know if you know this. Bible's a big book. New Testament, not as big as the Old. The Gospels, not as much as the...
Not this will be enriching. This will be enlightening. This will kill some time. And why would anyone hate this? Who cares?
I hate some seizing.
I know. It's like, if you don't like my show, you're going to hate that I read Matthews.
He knows me, and this gets me going.
Fuck.
The Old Testament. But plenty of reading to be done there. So I start reading Matthew, and I didn't get all the way through. Or did I? I don't think I got all the way through. I read more once I was in, like during lockdown times, but I don't think I got through Matthew there. But I mean, God damn, man, I had to take breaks. It was taking so damn long.
Reading was taking so long? Yeah. You take breaks from reading?
Phew. You don't get it. This is how people with a real connection to God and the Bible talk about the Bible in terms of page count. Like, that's how.
Yeah.
That's what
a lot
matters.
of fucking words in this thing. Jesus Christ.
Teacher, I'm done.
Yeah. Can I get ChatGPT to summarize this thing for me, please?
That's how you know it's working. That's how you know it's hitting.
Yeah, so it's crazy that he's found God. He's so religious. Now, he plays a character. This is the steel-toe character. But the real Aaron Imholte found God and is afraid of Nick Rekieta and is afraid of Patrick Melton and a lot of things that we found out through these court documents and hearings and things. So Johnny follows up with a great question because he's a man of God now, and we know that's his real persona, not this fake one.
Go on.
Johnny says, "Oh, I bet there were some church services there in jail that you could attend, right?"
I don't know.
Did they have church services while you were there? Did you go to church services?
They didn't announce them.
Okay.
They didn't announce them. I don't know if they did or not.
Why be proactive on something that you're so passionate about? Church services? I don't know.
I'm surprised he didn't say I led those services.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Right. The basketball court is my church when I'm on the inside. So let's hear about the first fan encounter that happened, because it was just nonstop. He's just getting harassed by all the toe fans.
So I go into central booking, and then I get out for a while. That's where I meet my first steel toe fan, luckily an employee, not a resident. And we're talking a little bit, and, you know, he's got to ask me the questions like, are you going to hurt yourself? Are you going to this? Are you gonna have you drank or anything?
How funny is that? Oh, steel. Hold on. Let's break down. Let's break down what he just said. The first person I run into is a steel toe fan, and they're concerned that I'm going to off myself.
You're not going to try and suck my cock, are you?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of your show. I watch every episode. Are you mentally stable? Are you going to be okay? Should we get you counseling right now?
Yeah, we've got a jumper here. We've got a jumper.
That's hilarious. I don't think Aaron realized the way that came off. But yeah, I guess he is a listener, so that's good. Let's talk about Aaron's favorite things when he was in jail. There's so many great things that happened. So much fun to be had.
My favorite things in there were the movies. I probably watched The Big Short 3 times.
Nice.
Being able to watch football and then the basketball season starting.
Sweet.
ESPN in the morning, all the morning talk shows where they talk about how dog shit the Vikings are. That was great. Basketball, played outside first. The outside basketball court had no net. That was the first thing. That was the first thing that bothered me, but also made me go, hey, asshole, you're in jail. That's how this works.
There was no nets on the baskets outside. It wasn't the finger in his asshole before he got in there.
Right.
That was just like, oh, whatever. It's just another day. But then he was just like, there's no nets on the hoops. I really am in jail. This is punishment, isn't it? I'm being punished.
This linen napkin has a spot on it.
Can I get the busboy over here, please?
It wasn't every time somebody asked him what he was there for and he had to explain it.
No,
that would be the worst for me.
No. He was just getting nicknames and showing people how to dribble. And
I'm curious what his newfound friends are in for also.
He said mostly DUIs. Yeah. He also made a comment that based on what you're in there for, they kind of group people together.
Oh.
So it's like, you send an asshole pic or a titty pic, or what did you send? I just sent a titty pic. Really? You're in here just for a titty pic? Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? Wow, because I was sending Keanu's photos all over the place. I don't know what kind of conversations were happening. I wasn't there. And he's not going to tell us. But it is amazing that he knows what these people need. He's ready to fix them. He was in there for a few days. He knows exactly what they need.
But these are people, especially the people in there for drugs and the things that stem from drugs. They need therapy. They need a doctor. They need someone to talk to them about their childhood, about the way they were brought up. Because one thing about therapy, when you do it right, you don't know until someone kind of makes you talk about it and brings it out of you why you
kind
are.
of goes, hey, that's up.
And you go, whoa, wait, yeah. And it clicks with you. And you're like, oh, shit, yeah. That's something that was passed down from my dad, from his dad, from that guy's dad, from that. And you got to be the one to break that kind of behavior.
He's such a weird know-it-all. I don't know if he's ever actually been to therapy, because he said he went and they told him he wasn't a narcissist, which is not how therapy works at all.
Yes!
Yes! And they high-fived him and he left. So I don't think that he actually knows anything about therapy, but he's looking around these jail cells and he's going, you know what these people need? They just need a good therapist to sit down and let them figure out what their emotional issues are so they can work on that like I have with mine. This is the same man. He's such a know-it-all when it comes to any topic. But then when he learns something like, there's a lot of information in newspapers. He's like, well, you won't fucking believe it, guys. Do you know that putting down your phone and just communicating with people one-to-one is actually better for you than just staring at a screen all day? You just found that out. But you know all about therapy and how to fix these people who are in jail.
It's the arrogance that anybody he's talking to couldn't possibly know as much or more on these topics. Aaron, you don't understand what you're saying. You're so far removed from the crime that you're in there for, which is revenge porn on your phone, that you're not even taking in the irony that now being forced by the state to be away from your phone, you're finding a much healthier, better life for yourself.
In fact, he goes even further to talk about how great this jail time was for his mental health.
My mental health in jail was good.
This is about to be.
It was great. I didn't have like notifications on my phone that I felt like I needed to respond to. I didn't have notifications of bullshit that I didn't have shit I was scrolling through just to keep me busy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have shit that I was just doing out of habit because I was fucking bored. I filled my time with shit.
Solitaire. You already told us what you filled your time with. You read the Bible you don't care about, and you played solitaire.
Even more boring.
Right. And he's sitting there going, this was so good for my mental health. Jail was good for his mental health. How poor is his mental health that this break from his life being in jail was a positive?
You're supposed to hit bottom in jail.
Yeah. There should be a time for self-reflection where you go, I'm doing this all wrong, and start to feel like regret. Yeah. Like you've lost some time. You're like, shit, I could have been doing things differently. And that time is gone now. Instead, this idiot. I mean, I guess I would ask this as a follow-up question if I was Johnny Crutches. This is why Aaron would never have me on the show. So it was great for your mental health. You had a blast. You made all these new friends. If you were given a choice to spend another week there, would you do it? Like, why not? Sounds like a fucking great vacation. There are times when I'm in the house in Florida or we're out in Vegas or something. It's like, I don't want to leave. This is great. So it's pretty easy for me if you're just like, Carl, you like being in your pool and staring out at the canal and watching gators go by? I'm like, yeah, I want to do that as long as possible. It's great for my mental health.
Yes.
Because Aaron, this life that you describe that's so fulfilling is readily available to you.
Yes.
You can live this life of watching SportsCenter and a movie 3 times and teaching cribbage at the local rec center. Go on.
And putting your phone down and reading a newspaper. And
there you go.
Learning about Jesus Christ.
This
like all these things can be done.
Hamster wheel that you're spinning on is not necessary. You can just go be Shoeless Joe from that Lean On Me movie where he's saving all the kids.
Yeah. It's funny, too, because Aaron's whole thing is whatever's happening to him, he loves it.
Yes.
So it might seem like it's a negative, but he's like, no, but you guys don't get it. I have a positive disposition, so I love it. So in Aaron's world, he didn't have his phone for a week. So he's like, guys, did you know that not having your phone's good for you? Actually, yes. Yep. That's the one thing we did all know.
Yep. I put it down whenever I can.
Your addiction to social media is ruining your life, Aaron. Yes, we know that.
It's what the judge was trying to tell you. And the victims.
Right. But no, this was just a vacation for him.
I'm just built different. But when it comes to the jail thing, when I was going in, nervous as shit. But I'll tell you what kind of...
That's weird because he told us he wasn't losing any sleep over it. And to your point, Adam, I didn't play the clip, but he talks about when his girlfriend drove him to jail, she was all upset. He's just like, whatever, man. I just got to do what I got to do. He wasn't fazed by it. And then he admits that he was nervous, but only because he wants to paint the picture now that I don't even know what I was worried about. It was so fucking cool and killer.
I'm just built different. But when it comes to the jail thing, when I was going in, nervous as shit. But I'll tell you what kind of muted that was having to sit there in central booking for 8 hours.
And you were just so utterly bored.
You're just bored. There's nothing going on. And, my other attorney told me, Todd told me before I went in, he goes, it's a hotel with a heavy door. And it really is. I mean, except for the times where you're locked down and you literally have no choice.
Yeah, no shit.
once you're in the day room, you can go to the CO and you can go, hey, man, can I get that basketball behind you? I want to go outside. I want to shoot a little. You can do that. Hey, man, can I get a cribbage board from you? I want to play a little cribbage. Hey, man, can I get Uno? I want to play some Uno. Go to the vending machine, grab a soda and a bag of chips, play some cribbage.
Yeah, it's just like a hotel. Hey, can I get onto the lobby? Is there a restaurant nearby? Maybe I'll meet up with some friends.
Todd, will you go to this hotel with me?
Who does he think he's fooling with this? It's such a fucking blast, man. You just go down there, like just like on my normal vacations where I play scrimmage with strangers and basketball and pick up a soda from the vending machine.
Dude, if I never play Uno again, I'll be fine.
It's fine.
It's depressing.
It's a horrible game.
It is.
So he's trying to paint this picture like, holy shit, it was a great week off for me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be happier about it. And again, he's talking down to his audience as if they're the dumbest people on earth, and they might be. If you're watching this program and going, I should give this guy some of my money, you're a moron.
Yeah.
This is insane what he's saying right here. And if he was just fucking real, how many times have we talked about this? If Aaron could just be real with the audience, there'd be an audience for that. He'd be a compelling character where he's like, look I let this guy sleep with my wife and he stole her from me. And I was into cuck shit. So I licked cum off of her and she didn't like that. I thought maybe she'd be into that, but she actually saw me as a pathetic loser when I did that. It kind of backfired. Like, these would be interesting conversations.
Honey.
These would be interesting conversations.
Did this for you.
If he paid attention to podcasting, he'd know that like the number one or one of the biggest podcasts is Ear Hustle. It's stories from prison. People are riveted by honest depictions of this stuff, not this fairy tale.
Yeah, Matthew Cox is a guy I've talked about on the show a couple times, but when we were down in Tampa, I went and did his show. He's got a big YouTube channel, and he's this guy who spent a lot of time in prison, actually, with MSCS Tommy. Those two met in prison.
Huh.
But he does a show where he brings on ex-convicts who did jail time and prison time and talks about the reality of it. And it's a huge channel, and people are riveted by that because it's an experience most people don't have. And actually, okay, I'm going to get made fun of now, but I don't give a shit. What Aaron is doing reminds me of very early South Park, where Uncle Jimbo's explaining what it was like to be in Vietnam.
Oh, right, yeah, and then it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, because he has to write up a report about Vietnam, and they're just like, oh my God, it was a blast, like an amusement park the whole time. They're in Vietnam. Like, that's what this asshole is describing. I was just like, well, that's not true. None of this is true. Like, it's not fun to be in jail. You didn't have a blast. Shut up.
Yeah, and I got nothing new to add.
Yeah. All right. Well,
he's supposed to be remorseful.
I know that the other thing people are pointing out, I don't know enough about this to care or know anything, but what gets him in trouble is how he presents himself on his show.
Yes.
It's the reason why he ended up in jail is because he's showing no remorse and he's just being a douchebag about it. Yeah. So now he's got a probation officer and he has, the sentence isn't over yet. It could be another 2 years. And he's making a mockery of all of this.
Yes.
Is there a judge or someone who's watching this just going, fuck you? Right. I don't know. I don't know how they feel about that. Maybe it's, make the best of it, whatever.
Is he on any kind of probation? Is there a watch?
Yes, he's on probation. Yeah.
So then this is a part of it.
Well, he talked about that on his show this morning. He had his first call with his probation officer, a Zoom call. And again, you won't believe this, Adam. This is going to be nothing. Oh. He's just got to call once every 5 months, and the probation officer is going to be like, you're the best. Just stop calling me. Probation officer is going to be like, lose my number.
And Lindsay's like, are you thinking of killing yourself? I'm like, no. She's like, are you harming others? I said, no, forget about it.
The other thing that Aaron was doing while he was in jail was cracking up black people. They all loved this guy.
Like, when I hung out with the black guys, it was a lot of fun because being the white guy in with black guys, it's very easy to crack them up and make black people laugh. All you have to do is be yourself. Just be white. Just be a white dad who mows the lawn in New Balances. And they think it's the funniest thing in the world.
So we finally found an audience that will laugh at Aaron, and he pushes them away actively with N-word chants at his live shows and White Power Hour as a segment on his show. It's like, so there's an audience of people who actually think you're funny and you hate them? That sucks. Would have been a good opportunity for him. This is the best thing that happened. This is the greatest Stuttering John parallel And there's a lot with Opie right now. We'll get into that. But Aaron, having gone through the justice system, has now decided he wants to fix it from the inside. It's hard to do it from the outside. But maybe there's an opportunity for him to right some of the wrongs in our system.
David with $5 says you should volunteer at the jail. Do something to help those men who need it. I had an attorney tell me recently.
Okay, so the way that started was what Adam was saying. Like, you can do all of these things. No one's stopping you from helping people and doing these things that you enjoyed and all this stuff. The guy goes, you could volunteer at the jail. Listen to what Aaron responds to that.
And they actually sent me a link to an online course and said, it's not too late in your life. People think that it's too late to do certain things. He goes, I strongly encourage you, because I think you'd be good at it, to take online, to get your Juris Doctorate online. He says it'll take about 3-4 years, but here's a couple of links to some good respected programs and get them online. And I was thinking about doing that at some point here, because I saw a lot of those guys and I'm like, these guys need help.
Look at Johnny's face right there. He's like, what are you saying? What the fuck are you going on about, buddy? And he will ask the question, but listen to this.
Saw a lot of those guys and I'm like, these guys need help. And
what's
you
a
can
Juris Doctorate?
That's what you need to it's your law degree, and then you take the bar exam and shit like that.
Oh, to be like a lawyer and shit?
Yeah, and I would like to do some, like, I would like to keep doing the show, but like have that and do like public defender type work.
Okay.
Wow. Unbelievable. I said this with Stuttering John. I'll say it with Aaron. This is open to both people. Either of them become an attorney, I will eat my club foot. And I'll put that in writing. This fucking asshole. She's like, yeah, I had a couple attorneys tell me that I should probably become an attorney. And maybe I will as like a side hustle. Maybe I'll just do that. I mean, I'll still be steel toe, obviously. This is like my thing.
He actually thought he was hurting Johnny's feelings. Like, oh, I've lost him now to the law. No, I'll still be there, Johnny. Don't worry.
Is that incredible? And again, it's just to help the little guy, just like Stuttering John, where it's like, man, these legal fees, this justice system, these guys are both going in it for the right reason.
Oh, there's a paycheck? I don't want it.
Never. I said good day, sir. I don't need this.
Doesn't that make him more like Nick Rekieta?
What do you mean by that?
Isn't he a lawyer hosting a legal show that deals with that kind of stuff? It's not necessarily for the... But that's what he's going to do. He's going to talk about cases. He's going to take them on. What's the difference between his show now and that?
I see, Adam, I think you're misrepresenting what he's saying here. He's still going to be a shock jock.
Oh, that goes great with being a lawyer. That goes great.
that's in his blood. He can't stop himself from being a shock jock. But on the side is a whole other thing. He's going to help those people who are misunderstood and just need a second chance, need a break in life.
That also enjoy the White Power Hour.
I can't fucking believe Aaron is saying this seriously, with a serious face on, that he's going to become an attorney.
I want to be Mikey's lawyer. Like, honestly, there's two guys in there that made me go, I do want to be a lawyer. I do. Because, like, you can talk a bunch of shit about how the system's all wrong and how these people are this and that. And it's great to just talk that shit and then walk away. But, like, put some skin in the game. So I did think about volunteering. Mm-hmm. And then also, when a lawyer told me, but encouraged me to do that, I was like, maybe it's something to think about.
You know, I went to an urgent care a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, maybe I should become a doctor.
Maybe.
A couple of doctors in there told me, like, I'd make a pretty good doctor. I was like, really? You think so? They're like, yeah, it's like 8 years. We'll figure it out. I'm like, yeah, maybe I will do that, actually.
There's a couple sentences that are red flags, and I'm thinking about doing volunteer work is one of them.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about doing volunteer. Slow down, buddy. Don't just jump right into that.
Tell us about it first, then figure it out.
Right, yes. I'm thinking about losing weight. Yeah. We got it. Yeah,
that's how we know it's real, because you're telling us first.
Think about maybe joining the gym. Okay, well.
First thing, tell everybody.
See you at the gym. All right, sounds good. This man's insane. He's completely lost the plot, and he thinks everyone else is stupid. Adam, you grabbed a clip. I haven't watched it yet, but I have a feeling that it's going to fit nicely into this package.
It sure will. Just play it.
I also wrote this down with a question mark to show some introspection while I was in the joint. Am I becoming more liberal? Is LibToe becoming a thing. I don't think you can go in there even for a week and not come out a little more lefty on the way.
Feeling like a few things should be reformed and changed.
Yeah. Going in on Friday, Thursday night, we talked about that. Yeah, we got it all.
We got it all.
Wow.
All right.
Now all of a sudden he's thinking about the little guy. He finally sees the error in his ways of being this right-wing pundit that he's been for so long. It's like,
He really is like one of those, if only a black man could save each Klan member, save their lives for some unrelated reason, it would really do a lot of good. That's some brave thinking, Aaron.
Everyone should have to spend a week behind bars to just really learn what the system is like. It's like I always say, everyone should work in a restaurant for a year.
Yep.
So that you treat people in the service industry a little nicer. Maybe everyone should spend some time in jail to give themselves some perspective and vote these Democrats into office.
I look forward to seeing him take that empathy and put it towards all his political beliefs and seeing how he's softened or changed.
We'll see how that works. Wow. I love it. Anything else on Aaron that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I wanted to just mention this sentence he keeps saying, this quote he's been bringing up since he's been sentenced. Mm-hmm. And it's, what is it? His lawyer told him, don't think of this jail as a hotel with harder doors.
Right.
The
heavy door, yeah.
A heavy door. Do you think his lawyer told him that?
No. I can't imagine any attorney would ever say that to a client because you'd be like, fuck you.
That's the jail's slogan.
But there is a quote from...
We'll leave the light on for you.
Oh, yeah. Just leave a little something for the maid. From the movie Monsters vs. Aliens from 2009, Kiefer Sutherland as General W.R. Munger says, don't think of this as prison. Think of it as a hotel you never leave because it's locked from the outside.
Okay, so that I believe that Aaron would say because he always is quoting movies.
Yep.
So is it possible that that's where he got that from?
I do believe that's where he got it from, but he realizes that actually sounds real and like it has tough consequences like a prison. So he softened the ending. He likes the hotel part, but he doesn't like the doors that lock from the outside. So he harder doors because the how hard the door is really kind of irrelevant if you can open it or you have to.
I mean, he might as well have just said, guys, we live on a prison planet. So it doesn't really matter.
Prison's in the mind. It's all how it's a construct.
All right. Well, are you ready to move on to some other things?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Amazing job, Aaron. Aaron was saying stuff on his show today that he wanted me to react to, and I apologize that I'm not doing that. He's going to be upset. We're going to talk about Opie. Opie's on with Ron. Opie's been walking around New York City again. He's doing a lot of different things, so we're going to get caught up on that. Stuttering John, man, does he insult his daughter. Woof.
Yeah.
It's rough. It is rough. Also, a little flashback of John breaking the law. We have that to look at. And then Stephanie Miller Show. Heather McDonald was a guest on the Stephanie Miller Show. And, of course, whenever there is a female comic on the show, you know John's going to ask all the appropriate questions and make them feel right at home. So we'll get caught up on that. We have Is It Gay? Megan's coming up. But first, supertip.gg/WATP is where you want to go to support the show and participate.
I didn't lift the Tom Myers line from his monologue on his show. Never listened to a second in my life. I have a hard enough time listening to him on this show. I did lift these lines, though.
Fair enough. Weird Medicine with Dr. Steve coming in. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I've been meaning to promote this.
Well, Wet Brain, the card game that is completely fictitious and has no relation to any person living or dead, is sold out.
Unbelievable.
However, Dabbled Ice, the party game of beer, disequilibrium, and liver failure, which is also totally fictitious and not related to any person living or dead, is still in stock and on sale at $3.50 plus shipping.
Wow.
Just go to stuff.drsteve.com and load up for the holidays. And please support freedom of goofing at fightthedabbler.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Steve. Yes, pick up your Dabbled Ice. He is selling, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but it's crazy the sales that are happening right now with these games. And it's because dummies promoting them.
Yeah.
He can't stop fucking talking about it. Someone's like, oh, there's games about this idiot? Where can I find those? All right, sweet. So props to Dr. Steve. He does a great job. Distriga coming in.
Ava has a 10-inch pants probe that is perfect for researching remedies for anal fissures. So I will not need Dr. Steve's knowledge of proctology to save me.
I'll tell you about all the hot inmate action I was involved in the few days I was incarcerated. So much dark man paste was stuck on me. It tastes better than Nick's Euro Sploosh.
Another win for the toe. I'm so jealous of him getting drowned in chocolate man milk for free. I have to put in so much work tricking them into my coffee playpen.
Very, very well done. Venom Tony 15.
Maybe it's the beer talking Marge, but you got a butt that won't quit. They got these chewy pretzels here. Beers, $5. Get out of here.
Grim Aaron.
What burns SJ the most about the GoFundMe Dr. Steve setup is that it raised more money than the money SJ got for the Sharon Stone settlement. You know how his 6-yo brain works. Go fuck yourself, John.
Well said. It pisses him off so much. Anonymous says, Aaron sounds like the corniest wigger since the one time Vanilla Ice did a movie with 3 token black sidekicks. What was the name of that movie? I think I watched it.
It's got ice in the name, Cold as Ice or something like that. Yeah,
it's not Ford Fairlane, but it's
no,
like
it's
that.
not.
It's very much like that.
It's worth a rewatch, though. I should probably pop that in. The streak is back again.
It was like being housed with a few Chappelles and a couple Beetlejuices. I played basketball with a bunch of Allen Iversons since I was much taller than everyone. Jail was such a win for the toe. I enjoyed the strip search, too. Since I'm a celebrity, they took pictures of me just like Keanu's starfish portraits. Another win for the toe. It was very fun showering with my underwear and sandals. I provided so much therapy to these guys, and they squirted in my face. Another win for the toe. The crime I did was so minor to all the people that normally go to jail. You know, the blacks.
Every single accent he did of someone that he met there was just the blackest accent you've ever heard. Oh, I know. Not one yokel, Stern County. Come on. Yeah. Clyde coming in.
The book of Matthew within a standard-sized KJV Bible is approximately 50 to 60 pages. It's so long that it's often compared to books like The War and Peace. No mere human could complete it in a week. I'm just built different losers.
Yeah, well said. Hellraiser 69.
God damn it, do I have to open a law school fund for this idiot too?
You might as well. You'll never have to pay up. Tim Bollinger. Willing to bet he didn't even leave his cell a week. He laid in there looking. He didn't even leave his cell all week. He laid in there looking at his iPad and making up stories. That's a good point. None of those basketball stories were realistic at all. And then talking about playing cards with everyone.
You know those commercials from the 80s where like everything's black and white and then the person shows up with like the beer or the toy and everything's just in color now? That's how he paints Aaron showing up in the rec yard. Everybody was just glum and sitting there, and he was like the Pied Piper, just, making everyone come alive, starting Dead Poet Societies and teaching and starting these games. None of it's real. It's crazy.
Anonymous says the U.S. prison system is indeed broken. They let druggies and perverts play Uno and shoot hoops. In Singapore, they get the death penalty. Yeah, it could be better. I agree. Colin Madden coming in.
Yo, you mad funny white boy. On God. Now give me them shoes, son.
Yeah, right. That sounds more realistic.
And that wild draw 4.
All right, take some of these for me, Mr. Busch.
Big Papa Rook. This is pretty gay. Also, tell Vinny the date night with a blow-up doll was my idea years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's on the Wheel of Consequences. I love that one.
Tucktown Chuck. Yeah, fellow inmates love when you are buddy-buddy with the COs. Yeah. Hey, man, can I get a basketball? You got it, radio. Oh, good catch. Thanks, man. Locks and Docs coming in. Not a single person knew who Aaron was in jail.
That's what I think.
Of course not.
It's Eric Nagel. Aaron describes his prison time like how Seymour Skinner waxed poetic about his Viet Cong prisoner helmet.
Yeah. They had a dressing that I could never quite duplicate at home.
Well said, Iraq.
It's Eric Nagel's back. Aaron was denied weekend shifts by both Stearns County Jail and Litchfield Media. Another win for the dough.
That's well said as well.
Don't worry, be happy. Thank you for the super sticker.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Dick Butane, 2040. I was locked into the 4 seasons. It was such a heavy door. Trent Pavo, hey friends. How you doing, Trent? N-word slurp. Carl, after you exposed John for the bag of shit that was the Pro Football Arm Wrestling Championship, will we ever see him wear the shirt on his show again?
That's a good question. That was in regular rotation.
It sure was.
That was one of his show-off braggadocio shirts. I bet we won't see that anymore. Good call.
Femk, is that the Taco Time cactus in back Rom the Pinu? What's that? PNW? In the back room of the PNW.
A Patrick, well, I mean, the reason why I have the cactus is because of Patrick Michael had it as one of the decorations on his YouTube show, which, by the way, someone sent me a link to a recent thing Patrick Michael's doing that's actually getting some traction.
Oh.
I know. I got to look at that. He's still making fun of comedians.
Okay.
But a lot of people are right now. So maybe this Riyadh Comedy Festival was an opportunity for him to get in there.
Dana Varney gifted 5 Who Are These Podcast memberships. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you
Dan
very
Varney.
much. Yes, thank you very much for doing that. We do appreciate the support over here. And of course, if you were gifted a membership, go to the membership tab. That's where you see all the bonus shows, the Living in the Past series that we're doing, and all the other bonus stuff that we're doing. I got to talk to Blind Mike. I want to do a crossover with him coming up this next month. All right, you ready to talk about what Opie is up to?
Sure.
Ba, 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 ba.
Where are we starting? Where do you want to begin?
Let's start with, let's go in chronological order. This is
Okay.
the day after we last left Opie, last Wednesday, after Ron had his kind of coming-of-age moment. This is the first show after that, and as you can imagine, the chat is very pleased with Ron and wants to let them know.
Hold on, we're making more money.
Yeah,
money for Ron, the people's champ. They're calling you the people's champ. All right.
We cannot end this broadcast without people seeing you giving me the cash.
DZ, I don't carry cash.
No kidding. Hey, Ron, I'll have the cash for you tonight.
Give me your Venmo.
Venmo?
DZ Fast, $10. This is for Ron. Now you own 40. No, I didn't say I was giving him the money for the whole day.
This guy ain't going to give me shit.
Don't.
I can't swear?
You know I take care of you.
He does.
You know I take care of you. You're just playing into the hate.
Keep the money. Keep
$2 from Jerry Shepardini. This is for Ron in the fa la 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 la. All right, go ahead, Ron. Thank you.
What was I talking about?
Wow. Opie at a certain point, if I had to say, like, can you just tell them I pay you money? Because there's 2 things I know. One is that Opie never got Ron a mattress when he desperately needed one. Mm-hmm. And 2 is that Ron was super stoked about $3 10-ounce beers during happy hour at Gebhard's, which is a thing that millionaires don't give a shit about.
No.
So if Opie's taking care of this guy, like maybe grabbing the bar tab or something, that wouldn't matter. I don't know that Opie's taking care of him at all. In fact, Opie's pretty much said he doesn't pay him anything, hasn't he? Is he trying to change that now that people are tuning in for Ron?
Yeah, now that he's getting called out on camera for it, he's like, hey.
You know, he could have given Ron that fucking bourbon, that $1,200 bottle of Rip Van Winkle that he got for saving those kids' lives.
But he doesn't pay rent to Gephardt's. He doesn't pay them anything for it, so he had to give them something substantial for all the space. Ron gets it. He sees how he's scum compared to Mike. He sees.
I love the chat coming in. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And they really rule this thing. Ron is energized from the last session he had after grilling Opie, and he keeps trying to bring up things that Opie is jealous of, but now Opie's kind of prepared, and he's combative, and he knows to kind of move things along really quickly. But thank God for JFK Head Chunk in the chat, who keeps things right on track.
I love this guy.
Do you know who the host was before Ryan Seacrest, and he left because he hated her?
Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan.
Oh, yeah, the straight head.
I'm trying to add. Yeah. So it wasn't just...
I'm jealous of him, too, by the way.
So Michael... Michael Strahan...
I'll tell you why.
What just happened? Is that chat going to come back up again? Is that gone forever, Adam?
Oh, it's going to come back because
Okay,
Opie
good.
can't make up his mind about anything. So you're going to watch him think about how he just took it down, stare at Ron, not listen to him, and then he's got to put it back.
Okay, so for the people who are listening to this, JFK Headchunk gave him $2, which I'm pretty sure you could ignore if you wanted to. It says, Ron, would you go on Ant's show if he asked?
I'm trying to add. So it wasn't just.
I'm jealous of him too, by the way.
So Michael. Michael Strahan.
I'll tell you why. He can't even speak correctly. He's got digs out the ass.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Michael Strahan was actually the host before Ryan Seacrest with Kelly Ripa.
Right.
And he left without telling anybody.
Right.
Because he said he couldn't effing stand her.
Right. Oh, by the way, I didn't mean to blow this off. JFK's giving us $2 to say you should go on Ant's show. Just give me $2 all day long and say that garbage. Well, JFK's turning on us. Why are you turning on us, JFK? You used to be good. You used to be cool.
It's the whole day I get the money.
No,
It's the whole day.
I'm going to negotiate with you.
You are so right, Adam. He wasn't listening to Ron at all. Not that he normally does, but he was processing, how do I handle this? Don't want to ignore it. I'll get called out, but I also want to nip this in the bud. So he's going, yeah, Michael Strahan fucking hated working. He's like, yeah, right. Good stuff, Opie.
And then that's what he came back with. He had all that time, and he came back with, oh, yeah? What about you? That's what he had.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, can you give me $2 all day for this garbage? Garbage? It wasn't even an insult. It was a question.
No, and he paraphrased it to make it sound that way.
Right.
This guy's trying to have you go on Ant's show. No, it was asking if he would.
Would you go if you were asked?
Yeah.
You ask Paul Simon if one of his band members would ever play with Art Garfunkel. Fuck you.
Right. Or would Art Garfunkel just reach out and ask them to? He better fucking not.
Well, get blocked.
Yeah.
So, I think JFK comes back with everything we're all thinking.
Fucking soap star, dude. That's how they met.
He was on that other Wait, JFK is back. It was
More money?
It was a question, not turning on you. Maybe Ron is. Yeah, Ron's a double agent.
He's definitely going on Anthony's show.
Oh God, have fun with that.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I was offered. I'm gonna stick up for myself. I was offered, and this is true. I was offered $1,000.
All right.
To go on the
Kevin
guy from SNL, Kenneth Brennan's podcast, and
you called him the guy from SNL.
Is that him?
He was on there for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry,
this
Kevin. Sorry, I love you, Kevin. I love you.
So this guy, Kevin Brennan,
just a joke, Kevin,
had his assistant.
Opie hates it when there's someone who has credits. You're calling him the guy from SNL? Yeah, wasn't he on it? Yeah, he was. All right, well, he's the guy from SNL.
Yeah. And also, again, his ambivalence. He's like, oh, fuck that guy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Please come back to me.
Yeah, that's so bizarre.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry,
this
Kevin. Sorry, I love you, Kevin. I love you.
So this guy, Kevin Brennan,
just a joke, Kevin,
had his assistant goes, Ron, we love what you're doing. We want to fucking delve into it. And
Ollie. And that's Matt, I think.
They offered me $1,000.
Yeah, well,
and Opie's like, Ron, please, I'm begging you. Just don't do it. Ron, please. I will, Ron, please, I'm going to give you money. That was 3 years ago.
It's throwing you on the bus like crazy.
That's not true.
No. They did offer me money. I refused it. You know why? Because I'm fucking Team Opie.
No, and we also don't want to be part of that dabble garbage.
We don't want to live in negativity.
Thank you.
Opie and
just
I
want to be negative here.
No.
Negative in person.
We're light negative. We're not mean negative.
What? Opie told him not to do it when he was offered $1,000.
Oh, I believe it.
Of course that's what happened. And then we'd be like, don't say that. And Opie said, I'll take care of you. And it never happened. This is crazy.
Yes.
How much money can we raise to get Ron on WATP, do you think? $75? 85?
Start a GoFundMe.
Unfortunately, I do think Ron believes in Opie's distinction that he made right there, that there are people and then there's WATP and the Dabbleverse, and that we are different. And he does see it in us as an other. He doesn't trust us. He's becoming more trusting, but there is a line drawn. I don't think he would. He meant what he just said. He's Team Opie. He is.
Yeah, but his girlfriend likes WATP. And he's in love with his girlfriend. So he might come around.
And our fans sent him the bed he's sleeping on, but that's not a reason to be a fan. That was just done out of generosity.
Yeah,
He's coming around, but he is Team Opie. He hasn't changed completely. He wants something to come of this. I get it.
I mean, to be classified as the negative ones. Now, how many children did I save from drowning this summer? 0. That's true. So Opie's got me on that stat. But other than that, I think we're spreading a lot of positivity and joy in this world.
We've given him more money than his boss has, and because we appreciate his work genuinely.
Agreed.
Now, and as you can see, an example coming up right now of this kind of light negative humor that you can expect from the Opie program.
I'm getting ready for the Muslim mayor because I'm Jewish and I'm afraid as a Jew, so I'm going to blend in with the Muslim mayor.
Okay, man. Oh.
This is when Opie has to be like, all right, that's going a little too far. You already used the S word on my program. Now we're doing racial humor. Come on.
Well, he used the F word too, and Opie let it slide.
Uh-oh.
So I don't think it was the word shit that bothered Opie. I think it was that you're painting me in a bad light.
Yeah.
That everyone knows is true.
And possibly getting laughs, so we need to shut that down.
It's like he's
Totally.
it's like he's losing control or something.
Yeah.
Almost.
Let's do this show from a bar, make it look like a hang, but I'm going to keep censoring what you say.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like a true maestro and conductor, JFK is back to put us where we need to be.
Yes.
More for Ron, the new YouTube superstar.
I know, but yeah, that's true. I know it's true.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're so fucking jealous. You know what? No. You're jealous of Carson Daly. You're jealous of fucking who's that guy in the Wheel of Fortune?
You say Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
Throw him out the window.
You're jealous.
Throw him out the
You're
fucking
jealous of the Kelsey brothers. You're jealous of Howard Stern.
I'm not jealous of Howard
Yes,
Stern.
you are.
No, I'm not.
This is great.
Watercolor painting in a little while.
So J-Lo, tell me about being a mom. How do you do it, J-Lo? You're a superstar and you got to raise. You're a single mom, aren't you, J-Lo? How do you do it? How do you do it?
Who are you trying to do?
I'm not.
That's Howard Stern.
Well, it's my interpretation of Howard and how he changes his voice. It's like,
oh, okay.
I really feel for you, J-Lo. You know, you're a single mom.
That's the dog from Davy and Goliath.
Run.
Yeah.
What's great about that is that Opie, who doesn't watch anything, doesn't care about any of this stuff, references the most recent celebrity interview.
Oh, yeah.
Howard Stern with J-Lo, and seems to have watched parts of it. That he would know the questioning and would make fun of that. And then Scott Watson's over there doing the Anthony Cumia impression, hoo-hoo, Robin, which is very funny because, Opie's trying to do his little Howard impression there. And
it's not an impression. He made it clear. It's an interpretation. It's very different.
I got it.
I've seen this scene play out so many times as a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
These are two broads who are smiling, but they are not smiling.
It's very catty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was interesting that Ron's going, you're jealous of this person, you're jealous of that person. And we've seen this crop up where Opie will be like, yeah, they disrespected me, or they're not good at radio. They don't have a real radio career like I did. Wasn't that his thing? Not Carson Daly, but the other guy, Ryan Seacrest. Wasn't that his thing that he's just like, yeah, but like Ron was, this is like months ago. Ron's like, yeah, but isn't like Ryan Seacrest in the Radio Hall of Fame? He's got this big show and stuff. He's like, yeah, but it's in real radio. Like we did real gritty radio.
Just like John, all of these people's careers and talents are based on how nice they were to them in this random encounter they had one day.
Yep.
And that's it. Now, what's great about this next clip, which is about jealousy and Stern, is that it reveals exactly what Chris was saying, and Opie lets it slip how he really feels about Ron.
Yeah. All right, let's break down who I'm jealous of. Howard Stern. Am I jealous of Howard Stern?
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
I think you're not being honest. Because you're certainly jealous. You're not jealous of his fucking money.
Oh, everybody's jealous.
Are you fucking crazy? This guy's worth like $100 million.
No, he's over.
100 million.
More?
He's pushing a bill. He's pushing a
Hold
bill.
on. Wait a minute. Are you serious?
He's pushing a bill.
How? Business?
All I had to do is behave, and all me and Anthony had to do was get along.
Because you're fucking so bad.
You would be looking at a billionaire from afar, Ron.
Wow. That says it all.
Holy shit. There's a lot of things to unpack on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's unpacked.
Well, the jealousy thing is so obvious to everyone who spends any time with Opie.
He's a bitter old fruit.
He's so jealous of Howard's career, and he thinks that if he had just made a couple different decisions or one different decision, he would be Howard Stern.
I wouldn't be here with you now.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to hang out with Ron the waiter, is literally what he just said.
Who's outshining me?
Yeah, and because the economic and socio divide between them two right now is not far enough.
Yes.
Him, like, he
You're
living
right.
underneath the roller coaster in Coney Island and Opie in his penthouse and the stars, and that's not enough for him to really let him know how he feels about him. But if he could, oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really dark.
The other funny thing about that, in my opinion, is you have this guy, Ron, who couldn't afford a new mattress and lives with a roommate in a shitty apartment. It's talking about Howard's really rich. He's worth $100 million. And they go, no, he's worth more than that. And Ron goes, what? Like, dude, Ron, what's the difference between $100 million and $1 billion? Are you like, would that like change things very much? Like, wait, I can own 5 mansions or only 2?
I can only hope that he's doing it because he knows it annoys Opie. Like, wow,
Yeah.
$1 billion? That sounds like a lot.
And he goes, how did he do that? It's like, I don't know. Do you ever read the newspaper?
What's really nice is that he comes in right here with some info and some backing from someone else who knows Opie very well.
Oh, good.
Anthony and I.
Even Anthony.
All right, let me.
Even Anthony said you couldn't keep your fucking mouth shut with Howard. He said you were obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Well, Anthony. Excuse me. Anthony listens to a lot of us. That's the problem.
You find that creepy, right?
What's that?
That he's listening to us. I don't know what he does. I know what he does in broad strokes.
So I don't think Scott knows.
Women.
No, but I don't think Scott.
Oh, hey! We don't know that.
I don't
It's
think,
on video.
dude. He put a 35-minute video, and he chopped it up into 4 separate videos. When he was talking about
and
Bill.
listen to the show.
Maybe you could comment maybe once in a while.
I comment all the time.
Scott's in the chat room. Fucking.
Wait a minute.
Beating up people.
Excuse me. You know how you have your little stupid
Electronically, he's beating up people
You
in
know,
there.
you know how you have your little stupid reward center?
What?
Where's he on the list? Your little stupid reward center? Hey, this is what your badges, your Opie badges.
What do you?
Where were you on the list
Top
this week?
fan, motherfucker.
You're number 1?
I didn't say. I said I am a top fan. I don't know if I'm number 1.
I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Yes, you do.
So what?
If you're a good boy, you get a badge from Opie.
What? Opie is so uncomfortable with this.
Yep.
Ron is spilling the tea. So it turns out this compensation that Opie's been talking about, come on, you know I actually do take care of you. He's been saying this multiple times, is a gold sticker on the forehead?
Is he talking about the fan prizes or like the chat membership prizes you get, the pledges, or is that what he's talking about? No?
I have no idea, but it doesn't seem like it's worth anyone's time.
No.
It doesn't seem like they're excited. Like,
Here's
Ron
a
is
mattress
excited
sticker.
about it. Yeah, right.
You heard him just say to his friends like, I saw the episode. I saw what Ant had to say. And he's like, well, then where were you in the chat?
Yeah.
Meaning they're reading the chat and they're asking the people at the bar to get the fuck in there and help them from drowning.
Also, Scott was a good friend right there because he could tell as Ron's going, oh, you got to see these videos that Anthony put out where he's telling all the truth about this guy. And he's going through all this stuff. And Opie's getting very uncomfortable. He doesn't know, do I shut this down? What do I do? And Scott goes, yeah, no, I saw it.
Yeah.
So Scott Watson was being a good soldier right there.
So what is this pledge thing? I think it's for his fans, the people who chat the most. You get a badge or something.
It's probably part of the Pod Squad, the Facebook group.
That must be it.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what it is. You probably get like digital badges. Look this up. We got to look into this. This is insane. There's got to be a Pod Squad thing. We got to infiltrate. Don't say it out loud during the show because then they'll know. But guys, this is our super secret meeting right now. Yeah, everyone in the chat, be cool. We got to infiltrate this system and find out what's going on with this reward system that's
How do we get badges?
I want a badge.
Yeah, that's just what Ron needs, a gold star on his shirt right
Hey,
there.
I
Perfect.
see what you did there.
Thank you.
Still traumatized by that event, huh?
I'm just processing it.
Gotcha. All right, so that was the 24th of October. And then you want to fast forward to the next day?
Yeah, there was only one thing. I think he decided I need to give up on Ron for a little bit and talking to people. So he does one of his live streams where he walks through New York City, invading people's faces and bothering tourists.
I mean, he always captures gold on these.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's so great about it because, most people say Manhattan, kind of boring. Nothing really to see here.
It's not a walking city. You
It's not
got
a walking city. There's not a lot of stuff to look at.
Everything's far away and you're isolated.
And Opie just somehow always captures gold. There's a busker or something.
And he's
You
doing
can't
what he does a lot, which is run through Central Park and harass all the vendors that sell stuff. And he had been to 4 or 5 of them, not bought anything, just kind of talked at them, filmed them, and walked away. And finally, one of them had something to say about it.
What happened? What happened? Why can't I film this beautiful artwork of yours, sir? What happened? What happened? Oh, all right. Well, you got nice stuff anyway. What do you think? I'm going to copy it or something? All right. Have a good day. I was going to buy some stuff. But I
Bullshit!
we don't have a match now, bro. Dude, you're in a tourist area. Everyone's going to want to come by and film you. All right. Oh, boy. He doesn't want to be filmed. Oh, my God. Literally, he's in an area where every other person is on their phone taking pictures and video, but he doesn't want anyone filming his artwork. He started getting a little aggressive.
Good.
Does Opie think that's a win? Like that was an encounter that's good content for him?
Yeah, because he kept it up.
Yeah, because he looks terrible in that. Mm-hmm. And then to do I was going to buy something.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost enraging. I'm almost
Never once.
Yeah,
Never once.
Never
in
once
any
has
of
he
these
thrown
streams.
any money to any of these people. He's constantly harassing.
You can't fire me. I quit.
These people that are the thumbnails of a lot of his videos, and their name is there, and their song that they're singing, but he doesn't give them any money. But this is the one time he was ready to lay down. He's such a Karen. He's such a Karen.
He is. I know. And then as soon as it's like, other people have their phones out too. It's like, yeah, I just don't want you filming me, asshole. Get the fuck out.
Because you have 2, one's on a tripod, and you're really tall, and you're really scary, and I've seen you here before. I know you know by.
I don't want to be on your unfunny channel.
Yeah, it's cool me a country, buddy.
The best is as we're watching this video, Adam's just recording this as he's watching it, and it said 44 views posted 4 hours ago.
We don't have a match now, bro.
You see on the bottom of the screen right there.
Dude, you're in a tourist.
It's so sad. Was this on the Opie Unleashed channel? Because I got reports that it was only on Opie Radio.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Opie's neglecting the Unleashed channel a little bit.
But he does. He has at least 2 or 3, right? Because he puts them on multiple ones.
That's
one
true.
is a full screen. One is.
That's true. Yeah, you get the full screen one. You get the live one.
There's radio. There's Unleashed. Is there a third?
For Opie, I don't think so. I mean, he's got the Facebook page and Twitter, but no, I think for YouTube it's just those 2.
Okay. Well, that will bring us to today.
Wow. Today or yesterday? Because you guys have yesterday clips.
Yeah, yesterday actually. That would be better. This is I don't know. I think he's so scared of Ron asking him questions that he's just kind of filibustering and giving up on talking about anything relevant. And just like John, all he wants to do is talk about his childhood. And he turns every conversation into some rambling story about his family or his dating life or everything before he met Anthony is now the glory days. It used to be the radio.
Right.
Ron took that away from him. Now he's got to fantasize even earlier. And because of that, it just gets fucking weird.
I ended up being a cat person for a while because of these stupid circumstances, not worth getting into now. And I had 2 cats that I was highly allergic to. I went through life sneezing and wheezing and watery eyes because I had 2 stupid cats in my apartment that I couldn't get rid of because I fell in love with the dumb things. And as soon as those cats went bye-bye, my life was way better. I could breathe. My eyes stopped leaking. I stopped sneezing.
Okay, great. Lesson learned. Allergic to cats. Life is better without them. That should be the end of this story.
What a passionate way to talk about something that happened 50 years ago, too. You know what I mean? I can't even imagine telling you about a soccer game I played when I was 15 years old or, something else that I went to a skate park when I was 14.
Can't imagine me
Canada.
listening to it.
Right. And the ramps went on for days. Talking about, who cares?
Have you ever heard someone refer to themselves as "I used to be a cat person"?
Yeah,
No.
I noticed that.
I haven't.
You either are or you're not. Even if you don't have a cat at the time, you're like, yeah, I'm a cat person. You're not like,
So this is what happens when Ron's not driving the conversation with the topics. This is what
And he won't let him because he's so scared, so he
Yep.
just keeps filibustering. And you would think that would be the end of this story and his relationship with these animals that haunt him. But no, it's only the beginning.
Did I ever tell you the story of the cats?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead, Curtis.
Well, it's quick. It's quick.
Go ahead.
I know you're trying to make a point, but now we're
No, I want to hear your cat story.
All right, really fast. There was when I was doing radio in Buffalo, we brought in a kitten because it needed somebody. We found it outside the radio station and it was abandoned. So we brought it into the radio station. That cat was being abused by the morning guy to the point I said, hell no, I got to take this cat home. And I found out that day I was highly allergic to the damn thing and it had fleas. I was infested with fleas because of this thing. I bombed my apartment twice to try to get rid of the fleas. You would see them bouncing off the fucking rug. I had so many. So then I bring that cat home to Long Island, and it got hit by a goddamn car in front of my house because we lived in a house of horrors where all our pets ended up getting killed in the road because we lived on a highway without a fucking fence. So that should have been the end of my cat thing. Because I did the right thing with this cat. Now the cat's dead. I'm taking a nap because I was living with my parents because I just moved home because I was broke because this radio business sucks. And then as I was napping, my mom dropped the kitten on my back to replace the one that got smushed in the road. And now I'm stuck with this cat. And the cat is growling at me and scratching me.
Whose fault is any of this? What the fuck? I hate how life happens to Opie. It's so awful what he has to go through. Okay, a bunch of things in there, but I love I had to move with my parents because the radio business sucks so bad. Says the multi-millionaire from radio.
Yep. Since he was 18, Carl.
That's insane. Also, he takes no responsibility for all the pets dying in the road. It's just because of where he lived. No, all the other houses on that street weren't having all their animals smushed in the road. You fucking idiots.
How about how his former radio DJs were like animal abusers that he had to save his cat from? He just threw them under the bus. They were animal abusers.
Abusing this animal. Well, what am I going to kick during my show if you take the cat home with you, Opie? God damn it.
He's trying to not talk about radio and how angry he is about it, and Anthony, and everything just veers back there. He can't help but let it out. This is real therapy. He's like forcing on Ron.
That's a good point. That's a good point because I was making the joke before about what I would even remember from when I was that age or younger times. I was trying to think of I went to skate parks, I played soccer. But yeah, he's really reliving these stories right now.
Yeah.
As if he's been prodded. Tell me about that time in your life and what was going on then. And what was your relationship with your mom and these cats? It's I can't believe he came up with that story just now. It's wild.
Carl, nobody asked him. And they were talking about Curtis Sliwa, who's running for mayor and is a cat lover. And Opie took that as his signal to jump on in with this.
You got a confession?
Oh, yeah. This is all really boring. So that first clip, I did speed up to 105. Yep. And this last clip, I did speed up to 110. What he does here is so selfish and so just self-serving that for our own safety, I sped it up to 1.45.
Okay.
And then I was working at WBAB and I was leaving late night one night and I hear the sound of a kitten over this 8-foot fence. So I go over the fence in the middle of the night, basically. It was really dark and I crawled and I saw this thing under a pine tree. It looked like a baby owl. I grabbed it. We brought it back into BAB. We fed the thing. We gave it milk and some food. And then we're like, all right, let's put the cat back because I don't know whose cat this is. So we put it back under the tree. I walked to my car across the parking lot. Someone says to me, uh-oh. I go, what? I turn around. This kitten climbed up the 8-foot fence and did the leap of faith and dropped down to the fucking driveway of the parking lot, I should say. Ran up to my feet and started rubbing up against my leg, right? Are you following me still, Ron?
I'm trying to follow your little cat story.
Somebody's following this. So then everyone said, well, this cat's yours now, man. So I brought that cat home to my parents' house because I still didn't have an apartment yet. I was going to move to Northport, but I needed a little more time to collect some money so I could pay my fucking bills. Now I'm stuck with 2 cats, even though I'm allergic to fucking cats, right? Fast forward, I got this fucking girlfriend
that I should have broke up with after I kissed her for the first time because I knew the chemistry wasn't right, but because I was brought up like an enabler because of my dad.
But I'm
dad
not gay.
enabled my mom. I didn't know any better, so I enabled, and I stayed with this girl even though I knew it wasn't right for 10 years, Rod, 10 years. And then we finally broke up, right? And she took the cats because I was allergic to the cats, and I had to say goodbye to the cats because I did love them at this point, but everything was leaking on my body and the sneezing and the wheezing. And then, long story short, she hated the cats so much that she gave my 2 cats to a gay couple. And they hated the names of the cats, even though these cats were at least 10 years old at this point. And they changed the names of the cats. And that's it, Ron. Sorry. Cheers.
Well, I think we had a breakthrough today, Greg. Thanks for coming in. That's the time that we have. But we have a lot to discuss when you come back in next week. I think this is some good progress we're making.
We really covered a lot of ground. It was really good work, Opie. Way to look inside yourself.
Next week, let's figure out what happened to Doggy.
Oh, my God. Let's just start with the time the mother threw the cat on your back as a way of introducing you to it. Let's just start with
surprise!
That, he goes on about, I didn't realize he had twin brothers. Did you know that?
I know he has a lot of siblings. So he has a pair of twins that are siblings?
Yes, that are younger than him, but much more handsome. And apparently, they're the darlings of the family. Interesting that he's used to always being jealous of this couple that get along really well.
Yeah, it's weird to even say that your siblings, I don't know, are the darlings of the family. The guy's in his 60s. That's what he's thinking about.
This is the only thing he's thinking about.
He's trapped.
And this is best case scenario.
In his existence.
Can you imagine what he's like when the cameras aren't on? Because this is the best of him we're getting right now, just like John.
And he just had that really amazing week last week with his wife's birthday.
Yeah.
That's so much fun where he was making breakfast and exhausted afterwards.
That was all those balloons, right?
All those balloons that he had. And now he just seems like he's miserable.
Really does.
Dwelling on some dark shit in his past.
I think he's just like, if I stop talking, Ron's going to ask me a question.
Yes. You said he was filibustering, and it's apparent. And Ron's onto him.
There's a girl I dated. She was a bad kisser. What?
Even if this is real in his life, it's like he's like, I learned this very important big lesson, and then I didn't follow it for the next decade.
Right.
And that's the cat story.
I dated her for 10 years. She sucked. Cool.
And it's all my parents' fault because they're enabling and they're causing this, and I don't know. And you're going to see this ambivalence continue to follow him through to today, where he admits the reason why he's not voting for Mamdani.
It's all right. I'm trying to have an open mind. And then I learned yesterday that Mamdani, he wants to bring minimum wage to $30 an hour. Has this guy ever run a small business? Small businesses cannot survive if they have to pay their employees $30 an hour. That's what the average worker, he does like a 6 hour shift, $30 an hour. That's $180 per worker per day. That's insane.
First off, says doesn't affect Opie at all. He's trying to get out of the city, so I don't know why he's even concerned about it. But average worker does a 6 hour shift.
Yep.
Opie does 48 minutes. Does he think 6 hours? That's wild. Can you imagine working for 6 hours?
I don't know anybody that works 9 to 5, really. That's like an old relic. People work more than that in whatever hours they can.
Well, even 9 to 5 is more than 6.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
His attempts to relate to the common man are so horrible, and that's when you're so grateful that Ron the waiter's here. Because if there's ever someone who is experienced enough to talk about the minimum wage, it's Ron the waiter. So watch this.
And what is minimum wage now? Does anyone know what it's up to?
Let me just check my pay stub. Opie, and I'll let you know.
But also that opinion that he just decided how businesses should be run and how much workers should be making, and had no idea what the minimum wage was.
Yep.
And I'm guessing he was surprised to find out it was $16, and he's feeling a little silly. I bet he thought it was $4.75 like the last time he checked.
Yeah, right.
I think it's like 15 or 16. Well, it depends. Every state's different. You go down south, like minimum wage could be like fucking $9.
Yeah, of course.
It's literally based on state. But I think in New York, I think
Yeah.
it's about 16.
16?
And if you're a tipped employee, it's
Right.
11. You get $11 an hour if you're a tipped employee.
Well,
knew
tipped
Ron would know
employees, they make a killing with the tips. You don't report that shit. I was a caddy. You don't report that.
I was like, it's saying that not reporting a the fuck, man. You know how many people have gotten in trouble? Like crazy cabbie.
Eric
Don't
the
talk
actor.
about not paying the IRS while you're on your show, you idiots.
He really thinks he can fool everybody into thinking he is a common man and that he's
Mm-hmm.
in touch, and that because of his caddy experience as a child, he knows what it's like to work a job.
Sure. I don't think that's the case, though.
That.
I was a caddy, and I got to a point where I was supposed to report tips. I didn't report tips. What are you, crazy? Why would I do that? I put the cash in my sock when I left the golf course, right? I ran home. I gave my mom, after a while, only half and said I had a bad day because I had to give all the money to the household. And then I hid it in my room in tinfoil in the wall. That's what you do with your cash that you make from your job.
Beside the Playboys and the Hustlers, or I don't know, Playgirl. I don't know. Maybe who knows?
No, bro, not Playgirl. That's your fantasy. Knock it off. No, I told you we.
You never looked at a Playgirl? Just out of curiosity.
Honestly, I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. Look, there you go.
They were
I'm
like
sure.
tasteful poses. You know, the guy like contemplating with his knee up on the bed.
Remember anything about it, but I'm just saying I lived long enough that I'm sure somewhere along the way I checked out a Playgirl. I didn't buy it. I didn't want to check it out, but I'm sure I did.
That's insane. He just got Opie to admit he's looked at Playgirls before. Yep. And Ron seemed like he has some knowledge when it comes to how Playgirls work, too.
Very specific knowledge.
Yeah, but Ron's got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Ron doesn't give a fuck.
Nope.
He's actually bringing some content to the show, making it interesting a little bit. That's an interesting conversation. That's funny.
Now, Ron tries to explain real life to Opie, who will not listen.
Okay.
They call me Ron the waiter, right? So when a customer says to me, "Hey, you want the tip in cash or credit?" Like
cash.
So, but let me break it down. Like why you would never want it in a credit card. First of all, if they tip you on the credit card, you don't get that for a week. You understand? Because it's in the paycheck. Then that tip. Let's say they gave you a $50 tip on a credit card. Yeah. That $50 first has to be spread out to the busboys, the food runners, the bartenders.
Everyone gets a taste, right?
So in other words, I'm giving 30%. I'm giving 35%.
Opie, just fucking listen,
Yeah.
right? Jesus Christ, just sit back and listen. The guy knows what he's talking about.
Everyone gets a taste, right?
So in other words, I'm giving 30%. I'm giving 35% of that $50 to the other staff.
Right.
Then the government takes another 30%. So I almost get nothing.
Exactly.
So now if I get that same cash tip in a $50 bill,
yeah,
I get it all. Well, I don't have to claim it. I get it all.
So why don't we help the people today? If you're tipping, give them
always
cash.
tipping cash, by the way.
Give
Always
them
tipping cash.
By the way, I want to go back to the porn thing really fast.
It's actually, see, what Opie should have done right there is been like, yeah, Ron, and when I get $2 from JFK Head Chunk, what happens is YouTube takes 30%, and then the IRS takes 35%. I'm left with nothing, which is why you get zilch.
And just like my mom, my wife makes me bring it all to her first. So there's only
Right.
so much I can bury in the forest.
That was another weird thing he said in that, where he goes, so I'm smuggling this money back home, and I'm taking half of it, and I'm putting it in tinfoil in the wall. Why do you need to put money in tinfoil? Explain this. Do you know?
Well, if it was a lot of money that was going to be in there for a while, it could rot. It could.
It's not a lot of money. It's not going to be.
Yeah,
in there.
I know.
so
so that I don't know.
So you think it was to preserve this money?
That's the only thing I could think of.
He needed to hide it well from his family. And just the fact that he talks about this like it's a universal experience we've all had. You know, the old tinfoil in the wall with your wages from your job trick.
I'm
He thinks
telling
we all
you,
went through this.
That's not a thing.
Nope.
That is absolutely not a thing. Like, I can understand if you have like drugs that are smelly. There's things you want to put them in.
Oh yeah.
But cash, put cash in anything.
I didn't say it wasn't retarded.
Put it in an envelope. Put it in, a plastic bag.
He lives in an environment where there's nothing specifically for him. And anything that is for him, he needs to guard because it will be taken, stolen. It's not a safe place for this kid.
Adam,
if his mom ripped the wall open, she'd be like, "Oh, that's just foil."
That's just a tinfoil shaped like a $1 bill.
Yeah, well, stop throwing cats at him.
All right, so I have a quick question, Adam. This has become your beat, and I appreciate that. But is Opie's show getting better right now because he's trying to avoid real conversations, or way worse?
Well, it depends on what scale we're judging on. In terms of his dreams of getting back into terrestrial radio, this is getting significantly worse.
Okay.
In terms of what we do, this is a renaissance.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm smiling so much. I'm enjoying this a little bit too much.
I love it. And Ron has been a revelation. We all speak your name, Ron.
Yes,
because
Ron,
now that he's
it.
completely ignored this actually interesting advice that everyone should know if they don't know about tipping and how waiters receive it, Opie wants to go back to reliving his porno days.
Oh, good.
I can't say. Yeah, I guess I had a few porn magazines. Every once in a while, you'd find a few, and I buried them in the woods, and then I would have to sneak the magazine into my house at night so I could have a date night. And then I would sneak. Then I would get up nice and early. Maybe this is why I get up so early, because I had to wake up before everybody else to get the porn magazine out of the house and back in the woods and bury it again.
I don't know. I I used to get my porn mags from the bodegas.
Well, yeah,
but the bodegas had the fucking real good ones, the fucking hardcore, Japanese magazines.
Oh my God, Ron! It's too early for the hardcore
is it too much?
Japanese magazines. Did you pay for them? Because I did what's called the Sprint for Freedom. I went into the stationery store, made believe I was going to buy baseball cards and candy, and then I made it to the magazine rack in the back, and then I could see the lady looking at me through the big fucking round mirror they used to have back in the day. They didn't have good surveillance. And then I waited for her to be distracted. Then I would grab one, try to get it under my shirt because they didn't have security cameras yet. I'm an old fuck. And then I made my move and got out of the stationery store and then had my Sprint for Freedom. And then just the excitement of knowing I had this was amazing. Oh, I wish we could still get those feelings every single day. That excitement, that over the top of it, of excitement that you got something special.
You could rip off buskers. When Iron Man stops you in Times Square and wants some money, you can just be like, "Fuck you." That's kind of that same feeling. He is such a liar. He was not stealing.
He's remembering an episode of Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, this did not happen.
Hit him with that slingshot. Went,
yeah, I know.
Ran.
Thank God, though, he stopped Ron from talking about what hardcore porn magazines he was into. Oh my God, he was getting so animated. So he's like, "Oh, that's a really good one," and I would start jerking off just like this
with the Orientals.
Wow,
you know what they're into.
The Orientals. There was a magazine called Orientals. It's a true story. Oh, no shit. Yeah, but I'll let Ron tell you about it. I feel weird. I feel weird telling you about it.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. Well, Ron the waiter, we speak your name. Well done, sir. All right. We got Stuttering John stuff coming up. John insulting his daughter, which is incredible. We have John on the Stephanie Miller Show with Heather McDonald. And John asks all the inappropriate questions and also sabotages the interview. We get to watch. I'm going to tease this pretty good because I'm excited about it. Stephanie lectures John live on the show, and he still does not understand what she's telling him and does the thing she doesn't want him to do anyway.
I'm already pissed.
It's great. It's so fantastic. Megan will be here with
Is It Gay?
Is It Gay? For the second episode in a row. We don't have to poke a dabbler because the Blue Jays can't win in 9. They can't even lose. They can't even win in 18. They lose in 18. So Cardiff is not getting any sleep this week. He's got a very busy schedule. So we're going to miss that this week. But first, people are supporting the show, participating at supertip.gg/WATP. And we do appreciate that. Like Happy Valley Wrecking Crew coming in. I've been in jail. It sucks ass. Toe is exactly the guy no one in there can stand because he never shuts up. It's not appreciated. Yeah, the guy who's like, gather around. Let's get a league going here, guys. I'll put together the standings for us. Like, dude, fuck yourself.
What's got you down, buddy?
Yeah, what seems to be the problem? I haven't seen my kids in 3 weeks. Yeah, me neither. It's great, isn't it?
I found that passage in the book of Samuel where King David sleeps with Uriah's wife Bathsheba very hot for some reason.
So they're jerking off with the Bible.
He has a raven to send a drawing of her by
Ghost Crusaders TV coming in.
It was a glorious time. The hoodlums were all over the place. It was before my release date, and when I would have to go back to war with the dabble verse is where I met prison. It's when I first met Warden Shipley. He was a huge Toe fan and introduced me to everyone. There was Jimmy and Tommy and me, and there was Anthony Stebiel, Hakeem Nichols. Then there was Jerome Black's cousin Muggsy Bowe and his guy, 10-inch Sherrod, and Jabari Safari, who got that name for a B&E he did at the local zoo. Then I met my Selly Bulldozer. I don't want to discuss how he earned that nickname.
See, Ghost Crusaders TV is so much funnier than Eric could possibly be.
Oh, yeah.
Like that would be the bet when he comes back from jail. But, alas. Preacher Bill coming in.
I stole that story from the movie Caddyshack.
I knew it. Go ahead, Adam.
Ham Hands is coming in, so we all know now that SJ sent Ava to Son's house to check it out and report back, right? That's why SJ isn't. It's why Ava stumbles to explain why she went to the house.
That is an interesting theory. And, yeah, I'm glad that saga's behind us, right? We're not talking about the Ava Knight Melendez thing anymore. Now we're just talking about Keanu versus Missy.
Well, I had a segment prepared.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it a bunch more. No, but Ham Hands, I like that theory.
Shawnee Zone's coming in. KB is SNL, all right. Sad, not loved. Go Bills.
Go Bills. We'll be in Buffalo. Let's come see the Isotopes in Buffalo this Saturday the 1st at the Flying Bison Brewery. Beautiful downtown Buffalo. Look at this. Dan Varney coming in.
Wow. Keep up the good fight, boys. Take down that stumbling, muttering dolt. We all have your back. No one can silence us.
$100. Thank you very much, Dan Varney. That is so appreciated. Thank you for supporting the show.
Countess She Beast Tahiti Village. More like Larry Turd, am I right? Hacka hacka.
That's not bad.
Yep.
That's not bad. No, he called himself Larry Jailbird. He came up with at some point. Very proud of himself for that.
I wrap my nudie mags in tinfoil.
Well, that would make sense because you're burying them in the ground.
There we go.
That would make a little. I mean, 10 point wouldn't be the best. So a plastic bag would probably be better. But what do I know? I'm not burying porn magazines or stashing cash anywhere.
The point is if there's something Opie has that he likes, someone will take it away.
Yeah, that does seem to be the common thread on all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy. Maybe we should start feeling bad for him.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, I'm over it.
I'm good.
Let's talk about John.
Bloody ass. Can I get a little sympathy? Because I got a bloody ass.
Skull.
I'm bleeding generously. Because I got a bloody ass.
You know, Sheet Shitterson does some really good work. He was gone for a little while, but he's back. And he's working on the documentary part 2 of the Stuttering John documentary. Part 1's amazing. Part 2 is going to come out around Christmas time. And so he's been doing some research and looking at old footage and finding some things. And I believe he's the man who put this together. Either way, he sent it to me. I'm not sure how this came about. But, man, John went through a really long phase of saying horrible things to his daughter. This is the middle child, the one who wrecked her car, and John decided that he was going to be dad of the year and buy her a new car. And then from all reports, the deal was she had to keep in communication with him for him to make the payments, and that stopped. And he stopped making payments on it, and he no longer communicates with her. And I wonder if it's because of him saying things like this.
Lady K goes, oh, and, people say John's kids look like Baba Booey, but I think that's an insult to Baba Booey.
Yes,
Carl did say John's kid looks like Baba Booey, and that's an insult to Baba Booey. But Carl said it once. Let's see how often John repeated the joke so he could play the victim and get sympathy at his daughter's expense.
Looks like Baba Booey, and that's an insult to Baba Booey. And says, because of what he thinks are her teeth, says, oh, people say she looks like Baba Booey, but I think that's an insult to Baba Booey. You know, a lot of people say that, you know, she looks like Baba Booey, but isn't that an insult to Baba Booey? Oh, yeah, everyone says Lily looks like Baba Booey, but I think that's an insult to Baba Booey. He compared my daughter to Baba Booey and said that's an insult to Baba Booey. Saying that she looks like Baba Booey, but that's an insult to Baba Booey. Is it over the line for him to say my kid looks like Baba Booey and that's an insult to Baba Booey? What? You said my kid was Baba Booey's fucking child, and that's an insult to Baba Booey. Remember that one, Carl? Says my daughter looks like Baba Booey.
How could we forget?
Yeah, a lot of people say she looks like Baba Booey, but I think that's an insult to Baba Booey. And compared her to Baba Booey and said that would be an insult to Baba Booey. Comparing my daughter to Baba Booey.
It's funny again.
Saying it's an insult to
I
Baba
know.
Booey. You know that she's Baba Booey's daughter, and that's an insult to Baba Booey.
Nobody has a reaction ever.
And compared my daughter to Baba Booey and said that was an insult to Baba Booey. And saying she looks like Baba Booey's kid, only that's an insult to Baba Booey. Looks like Baba Booey, and that's an insult to Baba Booey.
Stop it. Get some help. It's like a flip cartoon.
Oh, so well done. Sheet Shitter said, thanks for putting that together. And yeah, I picked up that time watching it that only twice John really actually got the joke. The joke was that Susanna fucked Gary Delabate. Yeah. That was the joke that I was making. And maybe it's not a joke. I don't know. Not their bedrooms.
On the 47th time, he's like, oh, I get it now.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well,
So
if he
Gary's
didn't get
the
it, why does he
father.
think it's okay to insult Baba Booey and his kids? Like, why is that okay?
I don't know. I don't understand any of it. I love it, though. This is another thing that cropped up recently as people are going back and looking through the archives of Stuttering John. And he's been taking everything down. I think Shuley scared him. I think he's concerned that Shuley's going to sue him for using DJ Dabble's music because the Shuley Network owns all the copyrights on that stuff. So John's just been mass taking videos down off of his page. But people still find this stuff. And it's very interesting. I remember this era very well. This era of Stuttering John. And Sheet Shitterson posted this on X. This is John breaking the law. I believe this is him breaking the law. It's definitely scummy.
Oh, I did get the naked pictures of Carl's wife you sent. Thank you. Those were good. I don't think you should release them, but I appreciate it.
Oh, I might.
I don't think you should.
No, I might, because I'm telling you.
I explained to you.
What?
All right. I explained to you that you shouldn't, but I mean.
Well, why? If he's going to fucking trash my kids, why shouldn't I release, the pictures of his wife naked? Why not?
Because of the law. Because of revenge porn being against the law is the reason why you wouldn't want to do that. But I remember playing this at the time when John was talking about this. I think I looked it up. I think even threatening revenge porn is a crime.
Yeah.
It makes sense that it would be. Just like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do to you is I'm going to do this horrific thing to your wife.
Yeah, threatening any crime is a crime.
Yeah, right. So that's a little bit odd.
And they drew first blood is not a legal precedent to stand on.
That got on my attorney's radar this past week, so I thought I'd share that just to remind people what he's up to over there on his YouTube channel not too long ago. All right, you guys want to talk about Stephanie Miller?
Yes.
Of course, John had a limited run with the Stephanie Miller program, and during that time, he was booking the guests. And so a lot of the people who come on the show, he's got a connection with. Heather McDonald is no exception to that. And they're drinking Chardonnay. This is a happy hour show. And so they convince Heather McDonald, like, yeah, have a glass of Chardonnay. She likes wine. But she's a little apprehensive because, like, well, I have other things to do today. I don't really want to just sit here and get day drunk with you guys. But eventually she comes along.
We just bent her to our will like a moment ago. She's like, no, I just have tea.
I had a tea.
I have meetings and stuff, and we're like, have
Just
a
come
drink.
We're enablers.
We're
Yes,
the biggest
absolutely.
enablers ever.
No, but you've been at my parties, and
Oh my God.
you and I have gotten inebriated.
Very fun parties.
So John immediately, this is like the first thing that happens on the show, talks about her getting inebriated at his house. And she can't even look at him. She's talking to him and looking down like, yeah, they're really fun parties, John. Why would you bring that up? You have a celebrity on the show, the guest, and the first thing you bring up is how wasted they get at your house. But John thinks that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, oh, Steph, you're going to love this bitch. She gets blackout drunk. I mean, titties are popping out. You wouldn't believe the kind of shit she's doing.
And also, she won't get drunk for you, Stephanie, but for me in my house, she's plastered.
Yeah. So it gets way worse than that. Because I thought, well, that's not a cool thing to share with people. I'd be annoyed if I went on a show and the first thing that happens, they talk about how wasted I get when I hang out with them. But no. It gets much worse from there.
I remember once, this was so funny because their kids were like, 3 and 5?
No, my kids are still horrible, but that
No,
little
but they
one
were
was
on
the
top of my
worst.
pool table. She
They're
was
just
busy.
older and horrible.
She was busy drinking in like another room, and I'm sitting there making sure they don't fall off my pool table.
Yeah, no.
Not only was she getting inebriated at John's house, but she was being a horrible mother and not even paying attention to these kids who could hurt themselves jumping around on John's pool table. John had to swoop in and save these kids from this awful parenting.
That's a lot to think about.
It's a crazy thing to say. And John decides to double down on it.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is the mom?
Yeah.
Where
I'm
is
like
it that? And they're just
I'm not a
hanging
parent,
out.
so I'm
They're
like
just-
that too.
They're just hanging out drinking.
You know, in case you guys didn't understand that, I was saying that Heather McDonald's a horrible mother and her husband's no better at parenting because he's also getting plastered. Let me just remind everyone that even at the time I'm going, where the fuck are these kids' parents? Because this is out of control.
This is irresponsible.
What an asshole.
I know.
Who invited kids to this party?
I mean, what does he think he's doing here? Does he think he's being fun? Is he like trying to hurt her and make her feel bad? What is he trying to accomplish?
He's saying things that he believes make him look cool and disguising them as humor. And every time he laughs, his eyes are looking around going, are they buying this? Because he just needs to say, like, you know, the amount of money in his bank account. And everything is going to come back to, I have to just say this number, no matter what.
Yeah. So he's like, I have cool parties at my house, and she's at those cool parties at my house, but he can't stop himself from just throwing people under the bus, just making them look like assholes. But it turns out that John doesn't have the same connections in Hollywood that he used to, and him and Heather are friends going back a ways, as you could tell here. And John decides to use the Stephanie Miller Happy Hour show to start networking.
99% of the parties we get invited to, it's because of me.
Right. Okay.
Is Liz still working for the Kardashians?
Yes.
Oh, she
Yeah,
is.
yeah, she's doing really well.
Because I tried to
How's that
reach out to
going?
Caitlyn, and I can't get a hold of her.
She doesn't work with Caitlyn. She works with Kylie and
Kylie, yeah,
Kendall.
yeah,
It's like, you know.
Because I tried to get in touch with Caitlyn. So you know, okay, so your friend so-and-so, she works with, so if I gave you a note, could you have Caitlyn call me? Like if I gave you my number, because I've been trying to get in touch, but for whatever reason, my old friend Caitlyn Jenner wants nothing to do with me. Jeez, I wonder why. Wonder why that would be. So this sparks a whole conversation about their connection to the Kardashians. And apparently that's pretty much how they know each other, is through the Kardashians. When I say know each other, I'm talking about John and Heather. So this starts a conversation about, you know, does Heather still hang out with Kris Jenner and these people?
I think I just had my baby and Susanna was still pregnant or vice versa.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then throughout the years, we've just like run around the same kind of social circles.
Yeah.
And
But do you hear from the Kardashians anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't.
I'm friends with Kris. Yeah, I'm friends with Kris.
You still hang out with our celebrity friends we used to hang out with? Yeah, of course I do. I'm still a celebrity.
I'm so lonely.
Yeah, I know. What a cope that is.
Why did he say, because I don't? Why would he admit that?
So he's hurt.
Yeah.
He's lost all the relationships he had. He lost his wife. Because these were couples that were hanging out together. So he's hurt that like him and Susanna broke up, and he lost all the friends in the relationship.
Present day John would never admit that. He still had hope.
That's true. Like back then, he was still doing stuff. He works for the Stephanie Miller show, so he can say that. But yeah, now it's all about like, no, they love me. I still have their
boat
dresser.
Yeah, and I felt like he started it like that. Like, this is going to be so impressive when we're talking on about first name basis about these Kardashian people, and I seem so insider. But then he was just like, they blocked me.
So Stephanie asks Heather about, hey, so you're good friends with Chris. Did she give you a heads up on Bruce transitioning? Did you know that was going to happen? Listen to how John reacts to this.
I didn't get complete confirmation until I saw the Vanity Fair.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
Even at the ice skating thing, you were like, wow, he likes wearing spandex a lot. For a dude.
You know, at the ice skating thing.
Why is John laughing so hard? Because it's a trans person now?
Because he's in on it. It's his friends. It's his family. It's inside jokes about celebrities he knows, so he gets it.
No, I think it's because it's a trans person.
Oh, okay. I was trying.
I know, and I know what you mean. But listen to how John reacts when he finds out that, I lost my screen. It does this every episode at some point. Listen to how John reacts when he finds out that Heather has met Caitlyn Jenner. Now, remember, John was friendly with Bruce Jenner. They were on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here together, and they hung out since then. But listen to how John reacts when he finds out that she met Caitlyn.
I did meet Caitlyn for the first time.
Oh, you have?
Yes, at the Christmas Eve party.
Oh my God, how was that?
I mean, you know, she looks great. I mean, you know, and
You'd think that she was talking about a space alien. He's like, whoa, you met Caitlyn Jenner? What was that like? What's that all about? It's like, well, it's the person that you knew. And they identify as a different gender now.
Also, I was talking to Stephanie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It's nothing to do
shit.
with you at all.
And also, that was the party John used to go to every year with Susanna. It was the Christmas party. So that's why she looked to him. Oh, no, you weren't there.
Right. Also, John finds out that his old buddy Bruce, maybe him and John weren't as tight as he thought they were.
the for sure it's happening was when he was caught painting his nails.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the final, obviously, was when I saw that.
And he
cover.
started smoking cigarettes, which I was like, what?
No, he always
That's
smoked.
shocking.
Did he? He never smoked with me.
I saw him smoke when he was
Now we're talking about cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Yeah,
I
cigarettes.
had a big crush on him.
Cigarettes, right? Right, because the alternative would be pot. Real edgy stuff. Good stuff there, John.
Well, if Bruce didn't smoke with John, I guess he doesn't smoke.
I know, because John was a cigarette smoker at this time. He talks about it a lot, because whenever his OCD forced him, when he smoked a cigarette, he could only have one beer during it.
Oh, yeah.
So he had to finish his beer with the cigarette.
I forgot about
what
that.
What a crazy OCD thing to have.
It's an expensive habit, but it's worth it.
My OCD is when I stored a line of blow, I have to immediately cut up a second line.
I have to bang abroad.
They're ready to go. I have to call my Coke dealer and get more. It's an OCD thing.
It happens every time.
It's so weird. So anyway, I just thought that was really funny. She's like, he doesn't smoke cigarettes. She's like, oh yeah, no, he smoked all the time. Not with me. Right. Yeah. He looked for any excuse. He's like, yeah, I'm not even Nick fitting right now. I'm fine. It's good. I'd rather not hang out with John in the
It
backyard.
seems like it doesn't matter what they're talking about. There's a timer going off where he has to make some sort of noise.
Yes.
He has to say, hey, remember me? I'm here.
Oh, it happens nonstop because this whole conversation, this whole interview, it's an hour long. It's very much Stephanie and Heather are engaged and John just butting in. And you're going to see a lot of examples of that. Heather starts talking about a friend of hers who was sexually harassed at work. And they're talking about how difficult it is for a woman to report on something like this, especially in show business. You get this big job. It's your dream job. Now the boss is sexually harassing you. What do you do? Complain and get blackballed and never work again? How do you handle that sort of thing? Listen to liberal John Melendez, how he reacts to this.
This was a great job for her. It was
Right.
fashion, yeah. And she's so excited to meet the boss, and he grabs her tit and, clearly
Right.
made it. And
Just one of them?
I think it was just one. I think it was one.
John's like, does that even count?
She was very tall. He was very little. I don't know that he could grab. It was a one tit grab.
Oh, okay.
And I go, oh my
You gotta
God,
go
what
for
are
it.
you
Go
going
for
to
it
do?
all.
Are you going to what are you going to do?
Right,
And she's
right.
like, she was crying and she goes, I love this job.
Yeah, John's not picking up. Like, Heather was trying to be cool with it. Like, okay, I'm on a comedy show, oh, yeah. And then John, like, keeps it going. She's like, I would have grabbed her ass and shoved my finger in a butthole. Yeah, right. And she's just going, so anyway, my friend is crying, and she doesn't know what to do. I can't console her because this is an awful thing that's going on.
And the guy who had to replace him at the board is looking like, who the fuck is this
Oh, he hates it.
ogre next to me?
He hates it. John's like in that guy's personal space.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a very cramped area. They weren't supposed to have another person over there. He's
Nope.
supposed to be the guy running the board. And John doesn't give a fuck. No. And his body language and his posture is constantly shutting him out. Yep. It's constantly turning his back to him. We're going to see more examples of that.
You can see his stroke hand forming. He has a pen like locked inside of it, like John McCain.
Oh, you're right.
The whole thing is very weird.
All right, so John decides to take over the interview. It's about time. We get the hard-hitting questions coming in. And, I've watched John stand up a few times. So I wasn't shocked by this question, but maybe not the most appropriate thing to do.
So
I'm sure my legend lived on.
Yes.
So Heather,
I
how
love
long you been
USA.
married? I gotta ask you this.
15 years.
Are you still having sex on a regular basis?
Oh, for God's sakes, John.
Yes.
Don't.
It's
fucking
not as
lie.
often as it used to be.
Of
That's
course
for sure.
not.
It's
Of
a
course
lot about.
But are you happily married?
Yes.
Look at your face.
I really feel
There's
like
no such thing.
I feel like there's.
Oh, it's such a hack joke. He's literally just doing crowd work now with Heather McDonald. You still fucking? Are you happy? There's no such thing as a happy marriage. Am I right? I was married 13 years, 3 good years. Fuck, John. Jesus, he's such a hack. The hackiest things. So then Heather goes on because she's just like, yeah, she goes on to explain that both of her parents died recently, and it's brought a lot of trauma to their life, and it's been like tough for her, and so it's been hard for her and her husband to connect and things like that. And so John's father had just passed away recently too.
I think it's going to get better.
Yeah.
I mean, I love.
By the way,
I
you're
know,
the first female comedian we've had in here that John has not said, my father died this year, will you fuck me? So, he respects your marriage.
No, my
even
father
if-
just died in November. It's awful. So
It is. I mean, it's weird. It's very weird.
I could certainly relate.
But no, I mean, I love my husband.
It caused me to start drinking.
I thoroughly trust my husband. I think.
Good stuff.
You guys a little scamp.
Yeah, Stephanie obviously called him on the trying to get laid with that line, my dad just died, which I'm sure is a great pickup line. But it did allow him to use I just started drinking now because of that line, which is also really good stuff.
I can really relate to your parent dying because my parent just died. And if they hadn't, I would have no idea what you're going through. I wouldn't feel anything.
Right, good point. So then Heather's talking about how she's going to be going on this excursion with her husband. They're getting a hotel room. And she's like, whenever we go to a hotel room, we're definitely fucking. So, there's that going on. And John turns this into the most hack sex jokes one has ever heard.
Well, it's almost like you're paying for it's like almost like when the checkout's
So
about
you
to
both get,
happen.
like, whores,
yeah, and then
yeah.
you feel like the checkout's at 12, at like 11:40. You're like, do we want to get one more in? Like, we paid for this room. Like, there's a lot of that.
The kids aren't here.
The kids are not there.
20 minutes. He lasts 20 minutes. What a stud.
Well, you got to get your shit together and get out by 12 now. Or like 11:50.
It's like, wow.
Wow, 11:58 I would start.
He's cracking himself up. What he's saying here, Chris, is that he's a premature ejaculator. It only lasts like a minute or two.
And he's hung like a, what?
I don't know, man.
Pimple.
I'm so exhausted with this asshole. His jokes suck so bad, and he's cracking himself up over them. 11:58.
It's like Rodney Dangerfield's melting.
It really does suck. So Heather then gets a text or a phone call from her husband. She's like, oh, shit. Okay, I'll be right back. I got to go. And this is great because John gets lectured.
Yay.
As Heather's gone. So Stephanie turns to John and tells him what's for.
Everybody hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
I might.
While Heather deals with a
Hold on, go
domestic
talk to
crisis.
All right. So anyway, so Heather.
I can't believe the first thing you fucking ask her is, does she fuck her husband anymore? That's terrible.
Well, no, because
you're like, be careful about the Chelsea Handler stuff. And it's the first thing, you fuck your husband still? Are you happy? Do you love him? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to ease into the Chelsea stuff so she doesn't see it coming. Meanwhile, fucker, just go right to full metal perv. Oh, hi, Heather.
Getting back.
Hi.
Sorry.
All right, so John's not learning anything.
No, and Stephanie, don't laugh. Don't let him off the hook.
Right. So you just heard Stephanie set it up like, all right, let's keep the conversation light because at this time, there is this public feud going on with Chelsea Handler and Heather McDonald. Heather McDonald wrote on Chelsea Lately for 7 years. And when the show disbanded, Heather McDonald made a comment in some interview about, I was afraid for my job. Chelsea could be tough to work for. And then Chelsea went on the Howard Stern show and called Heather McDonald out. And so all the tabloids are picking up on this and the entertainment shows, they're talking about this feud between the two of them. And you know how John feels about Chelsea Handler. So you just saw Stephanie with a quick chance to be like, all right, John, cool your jets. I really want to ease into this thing because this is kind of a big scoop right now. I want to get her take on the Chelsea Handler stuff. You just saw John not take any of that seriously. Right. Watch what he does next.
Yeah.
I graduated 2010.
No, you did not. No, you did not. You fucking liar. Okay.
So how'd you like the whole thing on Chelsea? You wrote there, and
I'll get to that, you motherfucker. So
Sorry,
let's
sorry.
talk
It's
about.
our show, so I just.
All right,
I
you
just-
were okay. Both of your parents were real estate agents, and you became a real estate agent as well.
Adam, can you believe that? She just told him, I'm trying to work to something here. We're easing into this thing. And John interrupts the conversation about they both went to USC, and they're talking about that. And John interrupts with, so anyway, Chelsea Handler, go.
Willful disobedience.
Wasn't even a question. Yeah. Just brought it up, and somebody's like, what the fuck?
He
We
thought
just
he was
talked about this.
He was being bold. He heard her, and he was
Yep.
like, "Watch this. You're gonna love this. This is gonna work. I am Howard Stern." And
Right.
She's just too chicken. I'm gonna bum rush her. She's not gonna see it coming, and then they're all gonna carry me away and chant my name.
He's so stupid. So finally, Stephanie's ready to talk about this with Heather, and it's an awkward transition. John has to insert himself.
Fucking asshole. All right. So as John so delicately brought up, let's talk about Chelsea Handler.
No, I mean, you were there for
Well,
7
listen,
years.
you were on Chelsea lately. A lot of
Yes.
people know you. You're a
Yes.
fantastic
I wrote,
writer
I
on the
was there
panel.
from day one, and writing and producing the show, and
Okay. So that was so clunky. And a lot of this is John's fault. Not all of it is John's fault. But so clunky. So your parents are both real estate agents? You don't have to go there. Just get right into the meat of this. But so then Stephanie, who I've pointed out a number of times on the show, sucks at this job. And this is an absolute terrible question. I gave you guys the background. If you didn't know this background and you were just listening to the show, as most people are, you'd go, what the fuck just happened?
I thought all these stories get blown out of proportion
Yes.
because you said something, got taken out of,
know,
context, then Chelsea said something back, and then, but I think it's important for you to defend yourself.
so what happened was
So I understand there's a thing that's going on, and this other person has a thing, and they said stuff, and you said stuff. Like, what's that all about?
That was actually more eloquent.
Wait, that's an insane question right there. Fucking ask it or don't. Both of them. John was terrible. Like, so Chelsea, go. And Stephanie's just like, yeah, so things were said and stuff is happening.
John, I got this. So,
they both stink at that.
She's trying to pick up the pieces of this shit John just
Yeah,
laid.
I know.
She's stumbling to try. And, John's like, well, they're talking about it. I did it. I made
Yep.
it happen. It's my bit.
Well, John's got a joke now that we're talking about Chelsea Handler, and I call this clip Bombs Away.
That's me. I got fired. I opened for 3 Dog Night in Las Vegas, and I got fired after the first night.
You made it to one of the dogs.
Oh my God, the dogs loved me. The manager did not.
Why is he cracking? It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
She opened for 3-dog night. Fired after one night. So it was just one of the dogs.
They're both numbers.
I'm not a math major, you know. What am I talking about?
You don't understand dog math.
Yeah, maybe that was dog math. All right, so they're talking about stories that end up in the entertainment bags, and they're talking about tabloids and things and stories that they've been involved in, both Stephanie Miller and Heather, and of course John has to insert himself in this conversation.
Apparently, I was trying to steal her husband backstage of my late night show and got into a big fight with her.
Well, I'm very.
I never met her, and she was never there. But anyway, so I've only been once, and I know it was total bullshit. So okay.
Total bullshit. So I'm like,
and first,
oh my
and
God.
have I mentioned I'm a homo gay? Okay. Anyway,
I
so
tell you that
then,
when I was in the
you know-
tabloids, I was in for the 2008 worst beach parties in the world.
Oh well, that's
I
true.
just-
That's true.
I
That's true.
That was true.
No, that part's true.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, John, you're not on this. I mean, who cares? He just feels he needs to insert himself.
And he's now doing a complete full court press on that poor guy behind him.
Now look at it. He's completely got his back turned to him, almost pushing into him.
It's officially a tackle.
It's a hip check.
Yeah.
What's he doing? All right, so now we get a peek at Horny John. You always love it when Horny John comes out. Heather obviously has dealt with John for a long time. Like we said, they have a history, friendly relationship. So she steamrolls right over this, which is smart.
Then there was another scene where we did a whole storyline where Chelsea takes a picture of my vagina and it gets on the internet,
jeez.
and Juliana Rancic
Where can I
takes
get
credit
that?
for it, and then I go, she took all my publicity. So like my character.
This is the thing that John was doing in early episodes of this that would get everyone to stop and be like, whoa, what did he just say? You're talking about her vagina? And at this point, Heather knows not to give this any air. Stephanie's over it. So John's still doing the same shtick. Whoa, there's a picture of your vagina. Whoa, what's that all about? And everyone's just like, all right, just Heather's telling a story. Shut up.
Yeah, I already said vagina, so it's
we're
out
good.
there.
Right,
okay?
we're shocked.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
The whole point was to get her to talk about Chelsea Handler. She's finally talking about Chelsea Handler, and John's like, I was once in the newspaper.
Yep. Oh, yeah. John keeps trying to insert himself into this conversation. And even when they are talking about Chelsea Handler, of course, you know John loves to trash Chelsea Handler. There's a whole chapter in his book.
Yeah, it sure is.
About what a C word she is.
Well, I did meet Chelsea once, and I don't want to say anything. I don't know her. But
Well, I do.
We were on.
So he's already like putting that in there. Like Stephanie knows that. They've had this conversation before. I do. All right, so can we finally find out what John's problem with Chelsea Handler is? I mean, he's talking to a woman who worked for 7 years on the show and was a regular on that show. But no, let's find out what John's big beef is with Chelsea.
I just like.
Well, and not to, and this has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Because, I've known Chelsea as well, and I've had her on my tour, on my comedy tour. And, I could tell you that me and Susanna, my ex-wife, would have dinner with Chelsea, and we would hang out with Chelsea. And then when we were at Chloe's wedding, she just ignored my wife, like as if she didn't exist. She just totally, and that's not you, because I don't want to incriminate you, but that's just her MO, and it has been the MO by a lot of people, including people that have helped her, really helped her. And I don't want to mention names, but people who have helped her, and she just she blows them off.
So, Anna, were you ready for that? That was his big beef with Chelsea Handler, that she wasn't all that respectful to his wife at Khloe Kardashian's wedding?
He did the same thing to Mark Maron about Sam Kinison.
Yep.
Maron, who really knew the guy, John, and who hung out with him sometimes at the Stern Show, and John's telling Mark what Sam was like. And Mark's like, yeah, okay, go ahead. He's like, there's a lot of other people that worked with her professionally that have the same thing to... Yes, her, the woman you're explaining this to, was in the middle of that fucking story.
Right. Also, no one's treated Susanna worse than John has.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's concerned about her feelings?
That's what struck me the most.
Yeah, that poor woman. I agree.
There were months where she couldn't eat and Chelsea didn't send a dime.
I mean, honestly... If you went to Susanna and you went, what are your thoughts on Chelsea Handler? She hasn't thought about Chelsea Handler in a decade. She'd be like, oh, I don't know. What do you think about your ex-husband, John? That piece of shit? That scumbag who moved to Florida so you'd have to pay me a fucking dime of all the money he owes me in back child support, alimony? That piece of crap? Allegedly. Allegedly.
YouTube's terms of service.
YouTube's terms in a boxing ring. John knows who's had a lot of money in a boxing ring. YouTube's terms of service. All right, so then John's starting to crack himself up here, and he looks back to his buddy, the board op, for approval. This is great.
Oh, you're still there?
Yeah.
This is great.
No, I did not.
No, that's impossible.
I did
It's already
not.
airing
No,
live.
no,
Um,
no. And she was fantastic. She was. It's just that
What was
really
she worried?
amazing.
What was she worried?
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
He's like, are you laughing at my jokes? Like, no one is laughing at your jokes, John. No one is. Oh God, no one likes it.
He's busy lowering your microphone.
Here's something that will shock everyone because John is a stand-up comic, and I am a podcaster. One of the things that I do is I listen to other people's podcasts. Now, sometimes it's a homework assignment. Other times, it's for enjoyment. So I like podcasts, and I learn from them. I learn how to get better at podcasting, be more compelling, interesting, all those kinds of things. So I wonder what John does when it comes to stand-up comedy.
I don't know about you, Heather, but I never watch comedy specials. I try not to watch comics because I don't want to ever, be accused of like stealing something. So I just want to write them on my own.
A lot of people
you know what
do
I mean?
that. I don't feel that way.
wanna-
I like to listen.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
because if
But
you
then sometimes you might. Then I'm like,
I love Heather dismissing John. So John's trying to talk about the way he handles his craft and his approach to it. And Heather McDonald is actually a stand-up comic, actually performs plays as a headliner. Turns to Stephanie and goes, yeah, so anyway, when I blah, 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 and John's still trying to talk, and she just cuts him off. I liked that dynamic on this show a lot because she knows if you give John a little bit of attention, he'll ruin everything. So just
Even
shut
if you
him out.
don't.
I know, he'll try anyway. It doesn't matter. So the very end of the show, this is my favorite clip. Very end of the show, she's plugging the books that she's written.
Okay.
And so she's going through her plugs, and John says the most inappropriate thing possible.
it's My Inappropriate Life, and You'll Never Blue Ball in This Town Again, which is all of my dating and SC and 90s life is the blue ball one.
I am getting that. I'm getting that
And-
immediately.
has your husband
Can I-
read the book and went like, oh fuck.
No, he did like it. He liked it.
Look at
So
this.
can I just plug
I
some
married
dates?
a slut.
Send some on?
Yes.
Can I plug some
Yes,
dates?
please.
The guest that John booked on the show, the way he ends the interview is like, is your husband upset he married a slut? He's a miracle. I can't believe he doesn't work on a show anymore. Can't
Even-
believe he hasn't been hired to do more podcasts and radio shows since then.
Incapable of being embarrassed. He should be embarrassed.
It's wildly embarrassing to
Who does
talk
he think
to a
the
guest like
audience in that room is that they would like that joke? Who does he think the audience of the show is that they would like that joke?
He's not thinking about that.
Yeah, he's incapable of thinking.
There's that too.
That's really the main problem. All right, we got Is It Gay coming up in just a moment. But first, people are supporting the show, and we do appreciate that. Michael C. Adams Tight Box.
Boom.
And Dan Varney, who is the executive producer of this episode, the EP, gifted 5 more Who Are These Podcast memberships. We do appreciate that. Thank you, Dan Varney. And then he waited a minute, or 8 minutes, and he came back and he gifted 5 more memberships. After the $100 donation. Thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate you supporting the show. And you are the producer of this one. Aaron Brown, F the Bills. How about them Chiefs? Well, that's going to happen this Sunday. Sunday fun day. Chiefs have been looking really good. Josh Allen, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Josh Allen's up to. Thank God we have James Cook because Josh Allen seems to be lost. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. But yeah, the Chiefs have looked really good lately. God, I lost my fucking bet Monday night. I don't want to talk about it. BS2NYC. I hate these @ symbols. I don't know what they mean. Still bothers me how he blocks off and crowds the board out. Same guy they had to use because SJ was too dumb to do the job he was hired for. And he thinks he's above him, too.
Yeah.
It's insane. Nobody disrespects Susanna except for me. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much... Look at that avatar. It's John and his...
the makeup.
Kai makeup or whatever the name of that Cirque du Soleil
Skull.
thing was. Very fun. All right. At this time, I want to bring in our review girls who are very festive on this Halloween week. Megan is here.
Happy Halloween.
Megan, are you going to suck our blood?
Maybe. If you want.
I hope so. And Annie is here as well.
Boo, hello.
Boo, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you both. Thanks for being here. We have a very important game because Cardiff is letting us down. So thank God we have Megan here.
I'll be the vampire too.
Yes, right. You're taking care of everything for us today. Thank you, because we have a game to play.
Is it weird or is it gay? What will Aaron say today? Is it gay?
That's the winner.
I do love that one. All right, so this is a game where we have to figure out if Aaron's going to call something gay or not because he has no creativity and he thinks everything is gay. And Megan has put together 5 rounds of Is It Gay? And then we have the bonus round worth 3 points. So people can stay in the game even if you suck. Round 1.
Let's win this thing. Midland Armory in the chat says, yep, the company is called Byrna. Byrna.
Yep.
So there you go.
Derek will get you solved.
Pepper balls. That's what you need.
It functions like a real pistol, but it shoots a ball that it's pepper balls, and it's powered by a CO2 cartridge. So it's completely non-lethal.
Are non-lethal Byrna defense pistols gay? Adam.
It's pretty gay.
Carl.
It's not weird. I'm going to say gay.
Chris.
Not gay.
Annie.
Somehow he thinks it's gay.
Oh, non-lethals. Yeah, definitely gay. All right. Chris is the outlier.
But oh my God, could it be effective?
Gay?
Nailed it. All right. Chris, try to go against the grain.
I'm trying.
Thought he could pick up a point on us early on.
I just don't understand gay.
You obviously don't.
It takes practice.
You need to hang with Aaron for a little while and find out what's gay and what's not gay. Round 2.
And yes, weaponize justice for political gain.
She said that. She just said that thing. She said that she sees people weaponizing justice for political gain, which makes it very clear Letitia James does own a mirror. Good. Imagine the balls it takes. Imagine the gall on this lady to say that with a straight face. Although I don't blame her. If I had a bunch of dumb seals, arf, 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 just clapping when I said that, why not?
Is weaponizing justice for political gain gay? Annie.
Not gay.
Chris.
Not gay.
Carl.
I don't know how this could be gay, but I'm going to go with gay.
Adam.
Not gay?
All right. Let's find out.
You can get away with it. God damn.
Oh, it was just nothing. It was nothing at all. Damn it.
Just goddamn.
All right. I took a shot at that one. Round 3 coming up.
Aren't you?
I'm talking about the Maori. Yeah. The whole point of colonialism, people point to how evil colonialism is and that these European countries came in and colonized all these areas. Like Britain got New Zealand and Australia, right? And that was terrible. That was awful. They brought in all these white colonizers, these white settlers, and New Zealand became this white country when it was the Maori before that, these tribes people, and they were proud, fierce warriors.
Are British colonizers gay? Chris?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Annie?
But yes, by default.
Carl?
I don't think so, because you wouldn't colonize very long. It wouldn't be a long-term
Oh,
stretch.
literal Carl.
It wouldn't be a long-term stretch. I'm saying no.
All right.
Adam?
Yeah, it's gay.
All right.
Not fierce enough for a bunch of foppish gay British dudes with muskets to be able to conquer their whole country, but it's beside the point.
All right, I guess that's gay. I forgot they were British. In my defense, I forgot which colonizers we were talking about there.
No, they were foppish.
God damn it. All right. Well, I've lost 2 in a row. We're on to round 4. What is the score, Producer Chris?
Adam and Annie have 3 apiece. You and I have
All right.
2. Wait,
No,
I have 2. You got 1.
You have 2. I have 1. All right.
I'm just not used to this.
I know.
Jesus H. Christ wants to know, will Kiki be providing a sex visit? She hasn't told me she is, so if Kiki is planning a sex visit, I will say it will be a complete surprise if Kiki is planning a sex visit. So,
is sex with Kiki gay?
If you know anything, let me know. I would have to say no. I am a taken man, but it feels good to be wanted, But I don't believe that Keanu is planning a sex visit. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they have anything specific. I could look on the website again. I don't think they have anything specifically called a sex visit.
Look in the brochure.
All right, are sex visits gay? Adam?
It's a conjugal visit, and no, they don't have them in jails because they're for a short time. And maybe this is why your girlfriend was crying in the car. Yeah, I'm going gay.
Okay.
Carl?
Not gay.
Chris?
Not gay.
Annie?
A sex visit for Aaron? Definitely gay.
Okay.
I don't think they want to encourage that sort of thing.
It was not gay was the answer. I mean, the gay sex is happening within the jail, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
What do I know, though? I'm kind of a dumb idiot. Round 5 coming up, and then we got our bonus round.
Sued for defamation because of that employee. This is what would happen. This would set a precedent.
He's right. I mean, the whole point of having a corporation is it protects you as an individual. If you do something fucky, they can't go after your business and vice versa. If your business does something, it can't go after the person. In this, they said, oh, no, they're one and the same. It's like, well, that's not right. That should be illegal. You can't do that. But yeah, I just did. Guilty by association.
Is it gay to have your company sued when you've used your personal freedom of speech to raise concerns? Annie?
That sounds pretty gay.
Chris?
Gay.
Carl?
It's gayer than 8 guys blowing 9 guys. I'm going gay.
Adam?
Gayest thing I've ever heard.
It's not like he was like, use the promo code, voting machines are fucking gay, and I'll give you 20% off a pillow and a dog.
That's a good promo code.
I'm not even sure if that answered the question of is it gay or not, but
Who
I
cares?
like it. I like it. All right, what's the score right now? We have a 3-point round coming up for the final round.
Let's see. Everyone's got 4. You got 3.
Is that true?
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So it's anyone's game here. The bonus round's a little bit different. It's not is it gay? It's going to be multiple choice. We're going to find out once we get to the prompt, and we'll have choices of what Aaron thinks this is. So let's get to the setup.
By the way, for all of you who run Twitter accounts, the toe is back, return of the toe, all that. Let's get that breaking news out there right now and write it the way you're going to write it, which is Imholte claims not to be sodomized on the inside.
So that answers questions.
On the outside, he's sodomized regularly.
Right. I was upset. I was like, do they not like me?
I've got a lifestyle to maintain, guys.
Does Aaron think he's good, cool, or on the same level? Adam.
I'm going to go with good.
Carl.
I'm going to go with cool.
Chris.
I'm sorry, what was the last option?
On the same level.
Going cool.
Annie.
I guess I'll take on the same level.
Damn you, producer Chris, now I can't win. All right, let's find out.
That's what's going on.
I thought we were cool.
Yes.
But by the way, for all of
all right. That was confusing right there.
A little bit.
I'm not even sure what he was talking about.
Which makes you gay.
Producer Chris is our winner today, everybody.
You win this pumpkin.
Who's there, gay?
Oh, what kind of pumpkin is that?
This is my Aaron pumpkin I painted at a event I did last week. A pumpkin painting.
It looks just like him.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, is that radio? Is that radio?
That's radio.
You can see his missing tooth, his
Yep.
little herpy, and his little.
Is that a little jizz
pimples.
there?
No.
Yeah, he's got jizz all over
Maybe.
his face.
And his-
Yeah, it does.
his
Seems
hair.
kind of gay.
So, there you go.
Very good.
Yay.
Well, thank you for bringing Pumpkin, Aaron, and the game Is It Gay? We appreciate that. Do we have any recent comments on our Spotify episodes?
Yes, we do.
You know, people who listen on Spotify to the show, you can also comment on the individual episodes, and our friend Megan is here to read those for us.
First one I have is from Baby Butters. I realized that listening to WATB is just like trying to masturbate while on 3 psych meds. Did I waste my time? Yes. Did I have fun? Not really. Will I do it again? Probably.
That is actually... Wait, that was for WATB?
P. Sorry.
Oh.
The,
Okay, now
the
I'm finding-
corset's a little tight.
Right,
so it's
yeah,
hard to
I was
breathe.
I was like, that's perfect.
That's apt.
I might have to update our website. Is that our new tagline? That's pretty good. I like that.
Next one is from Kenny. I'm glad Carl stopped unaliving Review Girls. I've grown fond of Megan and Annie.
Yes. Well, watch yourselves. Watch your backs.
Remember what happened to Vic?
Yes, it is great to have you both here.
And last one is from Man of Men. Hey, Carl. Fuck you. Love the show. New game show idea called What Did John Say? Where you play a clip of John reading a chat with his mush mouth and the guests trying to decipher what he actually read. Then the actual chat is revealed at the end of the round. Also, we should start calling it the Ron and Opie Show and watch Opie seethe. Hi, Megan. Hello.
That's how you get your comments read right there. Acknowledge
Yep.
Megan. But no, I like that a lot, especially with John's drunk streams he's been doing lately.
Oh, yeah.
We can find a lot of examples. If we just listen to the audio, try to figure out what he's saying. That's actually a very good idea. And also, I want to acknowledge how he started that with a "fuck you" right back at you, buddy. Thanks for listening. Thanks for commenting. Andy, do we have any new reviews?
Yes, we do have a new review, actually 2 of them over on Apple / iTunes, whatever you still call it. This one is a little, I guess, poorly timed. It comes in from Zomojo, now with double the game shows. Come with the banter as the host review Odd Podcast and stay for the developing love story between Lady K and Adam. Will Rob Saul finally act on his desires, derailing this match made in heaven? You'll have to tune in to find out. 3 stars.
Yeah, there's a lot of different storylines going on. It is very much like a soap opera over here. And a game show. Yeah. All in one. Who doesn't want to have a game show soap opera? I know I always did.
Unfortunately, no double game shows this week.
Did you say it was 3 stars?
Yeah.
That's what they said.
What do they actually give us?
5 stars.
Nice. Thank you.
Very good.
The other one comes in from Natural Mike saying, I'd rather spend 8 days in Minnesota jail. A room full of Rochester fours spending 2 hours seeing who can laugh loudest at their own jokes. They produce so much spit and saliva, they need a squeegee to clean it all up at the end. Host Carl should take a hint from his radio idol and broadcast from a more professional setting, like a busy Manhattan street, with pro gear, cameras and mics, duct taped laptops.
Sounds a lot like a 5-star review.
That is
a
a
guess. That's well done. Thank you very much for posting that. Chaos Queen coming in on supertip.gg/WATP.
It's odd that Carl is so horrible at deciphering gayness.
Yeah, my gaydar is just not on point today. I have to say, Dan Varney, our executive producer for this episode, maybe for the week, came in with another $50 just now. Thank you very much for doing that. He says, thank you for the acknowledgement, Carl. We all have your back. Go WTP and TSN. Thank you very much for that. I can't wait for this lull suit to get underway. We're in a sit and wait period right now. But I will say there was a great episode that Adam was a part of. Lucy Does Dabbleverse was on Monday night on the Once Over with Kaylee channel. And it was Zen and Adam and Kaylee and chatting about some of the more ridiculous aspects of the lull suit. And I was fascinated by it. I enjoyed the episode quite a bit.
Kaylee is very good at that.
Yes.
And Chris, this is awkward, but we're going to need your name tag and your producer title, and we need you to give it to Dan now.
Derek has been a member for 2 months, says, Carl, as a Dolphins fan, never take the Dolphins. Yeah. If you heard me on the creep off, I mentioned that the Dolphins somehow trampled over the Falcons, and it did not help our parlay.
No.
Producer Chris both had the same parlay because he listens to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Not smart.
No.
Not a good idea. Annie, anything you're promoting this week?
Yes. Following this live show episode, I'm going to be going live doing a What's This Game review covering Dead Space with Mondays Weekly. If you didn't catch it live, it'll be on my YouTube channel or the What's This Game YouTube channel. Find it on insanity.com, INSANNEITY.com.
That was a really good promo right there. I was impressed. Very professional. Adam, anything you're promoting?
Yeah, I want to promote Annie's appearance on Shmuel Buckman's program. She had a lot of great things to say, and it was a really wonderful appearance. Also, I did appear on Lucy Does Dabbleverse, and that was a very enlightening podcast. Also, friend of the show, you might remember from the Stephanie Miller Happy Hour, Jessica Michelle Singleton, who joined us to review her episode, is premiering her stand-up special on YouTube tomorrow at 2 p.m., 11 Pacific, and I encourage all of you to check it out and to support her how she supported us.
Yes. Let's definitely check that out. What's her YouTube channel? Do you know?
No idea, but Jessica Michelle Singleton.
All right. We'll definitely find that. Give her a thumbs up and a follow and check out her stand-up special because she was great when she came on the show. Maybe we'll have her back on again sometime.
That'd be the best.
That would be great. All right. You guys ready for a voicemail segment?
Yeah.
The what kind of voicemail?
Yeah, what's it called? What's the name of it?
Rock and Rolla.
The Rock and Rolla voicemail segment dedicated to Gary in San Diego. A question for Adam Busch coming in.
Hey, this is for Adam Busch. So I just came out of Medieval Times, and I'm wondering, like, what do you guys, like, actors, like, think of that like theater or like more like WWF wrestling? Like, I'm curious to hear your thoughts because that was a very fun show, but I'm just like, this is like WWE, but they're acting, so I don't know. Let me know.
I think it falls in that world. It's like you can play music on a cruise, and that's one kind of gig. And you can play music in a stadium. You can do that sort of thing for people having dinner. You can do it as part of a Shakespeare thing. It's all acting gigs.
I knew you'd answer like that. Has anyone else ever been to Medieval Times? I'm looking at you, Megan. You look like you're a Medieval Times person.
I went once back in like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. I don't really remember much of it, but it was fun.
What about what's the one that John was doing? Someone in Tina's
Tony and Tina's Wedding. That's an off-Broadway play.
I got dragged to that. I can't remember why or how, but I got dragged to one of those dinner theater things.
Gay.
Where it's like you're at a pretend wedding.
Yeah, right.
And it was like all mafia related or something, but there was like the over the top flamboyant gay guy who was part of the wedding too, as the comic relief. It's so embarrassing. It's so bad. Food was terrible too.
It's always terrible.
It's always so bad. King of Portugal, your accent is tough. Slow down a little bit. Like, I couldn't decipher anything he was saying to me. He has a couple voicemails that I'm not going to play because I couldn't figure it out. But Paco calling into the show.
Yeah, what's up, Kyle? This is Paco. I was listening to the Opie segment on Saturday, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he's exhausted. For his wife's birthday, he has to dig her up. You know, any older man that has to dig a person out of a grave to celebrate their birthday, I'm sure that would be tiring for any older man. And if he had to fucking steal it, and you know what I'm saying? That's probably why, dude. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Shout out to producer Chris. I'll see you guys.
Good observation.
Yes, I know what you were saying. You don't have to keep asking.
That is a good observation that none of us came up with. Opie was so exhausted from his wife's wedding. Yeah, I mean,
a lot of digging.
Yeah, even locating the location where
He buries everything he cares about. Porn.
Well, she's in tinfoil, so.
Right.
Tinfoil, right.
That's a lot of foil.
Good call.
There are chats coming into each live stream of his, at least a handful, going, where are the bodies? Show us the bodies.
Yeah,
Opie.
that is fun.
You guys are weird.
Yeah.
Does Anthony say that? You know, he always wants to pin everything on Anthony.
Not this time.
This is a perfect voicemail, in my opinion. It gets the job done.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear my voice on the show. Hi, Adam Busch. You're looking well. Chris?
Perfect. I like the honesty of that one.
Hello.
Okay, so when I first heard of Gino, he was doing stuff with Anthony Cumia on his Compound Network and all that. Then he stopped doing that, and now he's doing shit with Aaron. Now he stopped doing shit with Aaron, for the most part, and now he's doing shit with Stuttering John.
Mm-hmm.
I think by New Year's, Groundhog Day at the latest, we will see the Opie and Gino show. Like, Rod the Waiters are mouthing off, right? So, yeah, Opie's got to be looking for a replacement, all right? Thank you, fuck you, bye.
I like the sound of that.
They would
You don't
drive
think
each
so?
other nuts.
Yeah, that's true. Gino probably talk a little bit too much for Opie's liking.
Yeah, I don't think it'll last.
Ron's not that far off.
Well, yeah, what does last?
Yeah. So I like that idea, though. It's fun. Nate from Flint calling in.
This is Nate from Flint, Michigan. I'm officially committing my life savings to the next GoFundMe to make Carl a celebrity just so we can stick it in Stuttering Fuckface's face. Carl, I'm also working on a really hacky sitcom script. You're going to play a failed musician. Your wife is going to play a boss babe who's out of your league. And Chris is going to play the rakish best friend who's all about the ladies for obvious reasons.
Sounds like a good idea.
It does.
Yep. Please send that along to us. Producer Chris just reminded me that we're going to change things up this weekend because the Ice Ups are performing in Buffalo Saturday afternoon, 4 to 7, no cover charge, Flying Bison Brewery. Stop by, say hello, watch some instrumental music with Chris, myself, Lucy Tightbox, Croge. Well, I'll be there. So we're going to do a podcast this weekend on Friday, on Halloween, because usually I do the Creep Off at noon on Fridays. We have a bonus show. But we did Weight Watchers today as our bonus show this week. So we're going to do Who Are These Podcasts? Friday at noon Eastern time. You can watch that live if you're on our Patreon or our YouTube channel, but it'll come out as a regular show nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening. That's a programming note. I don't even know if the people on the show know that, but I just announced it, so now it's official.
Yeah.
Now it's happening.
Plans I got to cancel now.
Monday's calling into the show.
Hey, Carl, it's Mondays. Yeah, so now that it's known that Ava lives near Knight, this isn't even a theory. I bet money on this. John will try to use Ava to reconnect with Knight, whether he actually wants to, reconnect with his son, or he just wants to say that he still talks to his kids. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind he's going to try pulling this at some point. All right, call me Black.
All right, sounds good. Mondays. That's an interesting theory. It's very possible that John sees this opportunity now. We have his best buddy Ava lives right down the street from his son Knight, who he's lost touch with. Maybe John will want to visit Ava. Maybe go on a dinner date or something. Maybe stalk the house, the $1 million home that Knight lives in. I don't know. There's lots of weird possibilities going on. Adam, I know you want to say something right now. I can see it on your face. You want to say something.
I'm not going to.
You're holding back.
I just want everyone to be happy.
Stuttering Vic, when are we getting Annie's nudes on Patreon? Annie is either passed out or froze. Bad timing. Everyone's talking to Annie. Annie dressing up as a man for Halloween since Chad's missing upper lip. Oh, no. I think we lost Annie.
She's like Bill Burr. If you could hear her retorts, you wouldn't be able to stand it.
Oh, yeah. She's writing some good roast jokes right now. Chad's missing upper lip. Almost time for Adam's yearly Halloween tweet.
That is true.
Did you
October
tweet on
31st.
Halloween?
I do.
Is it your only tweet of the year or something?
No, but I'm pretty consistent with it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll all look forward to that. Patrick Melton is live right now. Finally, someone's talking about Keanu. I'm just looking at the thumbnail. So, yeah, Keanu's out there. So go check out Nobody Likes Onions. Go watch his channel. Thank you so much for being here. Adam, do you have something to say?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. You took a deep breath.
I'm holding in my own rage at what John's doing with his kids. I'm just stuffing it down, and then I'm going to put some food on it. It'll be fine.
Okay, good.
I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go.
I will say, Adam, if you have something to say about how John's treating his kids, you could.
Just do it.
Just throw that out there.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Boom. A plane has hit Vinny Paulino because he's so fat. Boom.
All right, ready to roll the credits?
Yep. All right, guys.
Bye.
Until
Chad.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, that was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
I enjoyed that. Okay, bye.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!